was like, good afternoon, evening, everybody. I'm kind of thrown off a little bit because I'm
Yeah.
looking at my YouTube channel and my live feed's going, but my video wasn't showing up, and then I was showing 0 for the ticker. So I was like, something's up, something's wrong. I didn't know what happened. It's working now. Thank you all. Appreciate you. And thank you for joining the show again, Anne. Appreciate you
No
very,
problem.
very much. If you're not subscribed, let me see here. Let me drop her channel in the chat again. We're going to be going through a few things tonight. First, I want to do some contribution call outs here real quick. Rhonda with the $20 Cash App, thank you so much for your contribution. Also, Blue Moonlight, thank you for becoming a member and part of the community. And unapologetically me, I thought I was going to mess that up. Thank you for becoming a member as well. And speaking of members, we did have a members live earlier today, bringing some awareness to some stuff. And I want to say thank you very much for coming to join us, and thank you for being a member as well. I know I said earlier in the show, at the end of the show, that I was going to wait to make them all public until the last episode. And I don't know. I asked the angels if we should just make it public without waiting until the final episode. So I don't know. I want to know from you guys in chat if it's something that you would like. I've asked the angels, and I don't know. What do you think, Ann?
Well, do you think he's a detriment to the case? Because if he is, then you should.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would go that far. And maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to see the good in everything, I suppose. I don't know. I don't think so. I think because like anybody could go on a YouTube show and say the sun is blue, So I don't know if it's necessary. I just there. I think it's just a bunch of fakeness that's existing. And,
I really believe he's going to crumble on his own.
you know
I
what I
think
think?
people are figuring him out. So
I reached out to an ex FBI person. By the way, I did turn that into the FBI. I reached out to a ex FBI person because I just I let her know. I said, there's certain people out here that are promoting that they're working with the agency, that they have knowledge, and that they're being told things from the agency to then regurgitate it to the general public. And I told her, I was like, it's very important for people to really understand how the FBI works and how they don't work when it comes to the general public. So,
right.
as of right now, I'm going to keep it on members only. But I don't know. You might get a notification and see one pop out. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. Maybe just let it simmer for a night, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm trying to make sure I cover everything. Contributions. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for spending the day with me, even though we had some technical issues. So I'm going to go ahead and share these QR codes like we do for each show. Hashtag justice for Micah, if you don't mind hashtagging it in there. We'll go ahead and share these QR codes with you guys. That way you can share them with your friends. It's the best way to share information is a screenshot. It's perfect digital quality. And I also posted them on our Facebook group. So if you need
great.
It's digital quality, you can always go to the Facebook group and click on that. Otherwise, a screenshot with no fuzzy colors, red and blue, and all that stuff mixed in with it, you should have a very good image as well. Tiffany Crockett, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate you. You're definitely going to want to check out the show that we had today, and it's part 1 of part 3. And like I said earlier, if I don't put it out for everybody, I will be putting it out for everybody once I'm done with all 3 parts, because it is a collective presentation. I hate calling it that, but you kind of have to check it all out together to see where I'm coming from. If you are a member, check out the intro. I have a message for you on why I'm doing those episodes and where I'm coming from.
When are you going to do 2 and 3? Do you know?
I'm thinking about doing number 2 tomorrow, but excuse me, I'm kind of leaving it open because I have another meeting with the gentleman that handed me that information coming up, and then I'm waiting to hear back on, because one of the reasons I'm able to do what I'm doing is to make sure that everybody else's schedule is my schedule. So whatever her schedule is, it's going to be whatever her schedule is, because I think it's going to be very important for the community to hear how the FBI really does and doesn't work with the general public. I think it's a message, especially dealing with this case right here.
Absolutely.
I think it's a message that everybody should really hear. And this is coming from a very decorated agent with the FBI. So, if everything works out tomorrow, I'll probably, I'm going to try and do it like the same time tomorrow, maybe 1:30 or something. I might go in, but if not, it might be pushed back another day. But I'm going to try and wrap up all 3 episodes before Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and have them all done within a 4-day period or so. And some of the nighttime might end up being a members live, so I do apologize if it's 7:30 Eastern and we're doing a members live. It's I got to try and get it all to fit in. Thank you all for hopping in. Appreciate you. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. And again, if you're not subscribed to our lovely guest, please go subscribe to her channel. You had a lot of interesting videos last couple days. Dominion TV, News Nation, the JP stuff. Let me ask you about that. When the video came out and you watched it, I listened the new News Nation interview.
Oh, okay.
What do you think? Do you think the lawyer really gave him sound advice? Because I think he's thrown him to the wolves. What do you think about that?
I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to think about his lawyers. Either they got their degree at Kmart, or they just are looking to retire. I have because there's no way any attorney is going to tell him, go ahead and talk. They're just not for a defamation case.
Right. I brought that up. Shout out JLR Magnolia. Appreciate them, love them. I brought that up in their chat because they were asking that question, like, why would he even do this? And I said, because his lawyer advised him to do the interview because it could help him win a defamation lawsuit. And everybody thought I was joking. And I'm like, no, I ain't joking. I'm serious, y'all. And then right after that, I said, I really feel like his lawyer's throwing him to the wolves.
Or he's making it up. Or he's doing it to, as a threat.
Can you imagine if you were that lawyer and we know who it is. I'm just not saying his name for a specific reason.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if he was sitting back watching it, or even I bet you he was at Solid Rock. What do you think? You think he was at Solid Rock
Oh
watching
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine what his lawyer, if he really didn't agree or advise him to do so? Can you imagine? Because everybody knows who his lawyer is.
Yeah.
so,
Well, he's a
so,
flying monkey.
so when he says,
Yeah.
my lawyer advised me, and I just keep talking, I can win a defamation. Like it, I oh my gosh, can you imagine all the phone calls he's probably getting? Like, bro, what the hell are you still doing representing this loose cannon?
He's literally handed everything that's been reported on a silver platter.
Yes,
So
yes, it's crazy.
case closed.
So, yeah, do you think? Because I said after I watched it, I said I believe that this is the straw that's breaking the camel's back. I feel like he's cracked. I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like he was cracked in that interview. Like the pressure is mounting. He's broke. I've said he's been broke for a while. If you really listen to his words in his interviews and stuff, he let you know from a long time ago that he was broke. He was broke before Micah even passed.
Yeah.
He was broke. And so when you hear all this, you're like, dude, no, this is not driving, this is not flying. And when you're seeing the the giggles, and you go from like at the end of the News Nation interview, even though it was in the beginning, which when we were watching, I was like, what the heck? They're playing the ending or the beginning at the end? What is this? Oh, because it was the most weirdest part of any interview, and I can't imagine the guy interviewing him what he was thinking or feeling when he just started losing his crap, and then all of a sudden he goes right to giggling and smiling and smirking. It's
Some
like,
people thought he was on something.
well, I mean, when you're constantly, doing this, listen, people can even crush up stuff, and but it's like I was telling everybody, I was in the street at a very young age, and I was around a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have been, and I was around, you know what I mean? I was around stuff, and seeing those kind of people and how they acted and how it was always this kind of thing.
Yes.
It was always in the sniffle, but nothing's there's no substance inside. It's because their nose is itching or something, because their cavities disappearing from all the chemicals, and just like when you were hearing the sniffles in the News Nation interview, it was a lot of sniffle, but not a lot of nothing up there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of nothing. So who knows? He definitely, you could tell from the redness right here in his neck, in his jawline, in his forehead, and then how his facial expressions changed from each word. And you really saw when the gentleman interviewing him said, now I've pretty much followed this case from by the minute. And then he starts in with his alibi. Right before JP answers that question, you see that big breath. That big breath. So you knew it was gonna. I can't imagine what they cut out and didn't air, because oh my gosh.
Oh, I would love to have seen that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't
He
imagine.
waffled through a lot of the answers that he had to give, you notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. That's
Constant.
waffling.
And it was really hurtful when he did that. When they were asking about what one thing would you change, and he was like, oh, that's a great question. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good. Can I think about it for a minute? And the guy's like, well, sure. And he's like, messing his hair. And then he goes, man, the one thing would be and he brings up a jab at the family. And it's like,
Oh.
I was just like, you motherfucker. Like, ooh, you're right. I had to say it like that. You motherfucker. Like,
We all did. Yeah.
horrible,
Hmm.
horrible,
That gets under my skin quick when he does that.
just at the families,
Hmm.
and just gaslighting the whole time.
Did you catch the Freudian slip?
What's that?
So he slipped up at one point and he had said, he was talking about if the family was so concerned about her after she got out of the hospital, why didn't they go and have her, checked out for, if they thought she was
Oh yeah.
abused? And I went, whoa, he just said abused.
Did you hear? Do you remember the part where he said that he said, uh, sh- everybody knew that she was going to do this if she didn't have her medicine. Even her doctor wrote it on a piece of paper. And I said, what doctor doesn't prescribe the medicine? A doctor's going to write on a piece of paper, this patient is going to unalive herself if she doesn't get her
No way.
medication. That doctor should
Mhm.
be in jail
Yeah, right?
as an
Absolutely.
accomplice. As an accomplice.
Hmm.
Because if you're in
Absolutely.
that position and you write that according to JP, his
And
doc.
did your alarm bells go off at all when he said that the night she passed away, this nurse told him on the phone, she made this list, and the first thing was suicide. How'd you know that? First of all, nobody's going to tell you over the phone anything because you haven't identified yourself
They're
as
gonna
being
come
that
to your
family member.
house. Yeah, they're gonna come to your
That, or
house.
you have to be there. But even
Right.
with that, she wouldn't say that unless it was staged and they already knew ahead of time.
Hmm. Yeah, he says he called his buddies that were cops, and so I don't know.
He's full of it.
There's so many inconsistencies.
His whole life is an inconsistency.
That's why. That's why I think. That's why I think that that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh yeah,
You're seeing the implosion in front of your eyes right now.
yeah,
And unfortunately, we need your prayers when it comes to the protest and being there,
absolutely.
because when there's an implosion, there's after effects of that
Hmm.
implosion. And we definitely want your guys' prayers and fingers crossed, so all of that energy doesn't doesn't
You won't
intermingle
be
with
touched.
our
Yeah,
energy. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because that's
You're standing for the right thing. You know.
right. So speaking of JP, we're gonna be having a conversation about. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Contribution call out Dre with the 1999 super sticker, the
Yeah.
prickly pear that's dancing with confetti, saying you are amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate the contribution to
Yeah.
the community. It allows me to be able to do this and to be able to be here for the community like I am, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So your support really is appreciated. Um, Speaking of the 911 call, uh, you sent me uh, some documents or copies uh, a couple days ago. I don't know. Was it a couple days ago or just yesterday? My days blend together because I'm getting
Oh, gee whiz. Me too. A
my
day or
day,
two ago. I'm not
something like
sure.
that somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let me see here. We're gonna show. This is that file that we were showing. I think it was a couple days ago. Where
Well, I got it Saturday, so it was
okay,
probably yeah.
what is today? Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez.
I needed a reminder too.
Hey, it's good being this busy though. It's I'm helping others, so
Right.
it's making a difference. Who cares? All right, so I'm gonna share this with you guys. We shared it a couple nights ago. This is that incident report. Okay. Uh, that was discussing. This was on 5/1/2024.
Hmm.
This was printed 5/29, but you can see that the incident right here, 5/1/2024. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read the incident report again. This is in Myrtle Beach. You know it's Coldwater Circle. You know where that's at. And you know the minimal amount of numbers for the blacked out part. So you can kind of put two and two together.
Right.
All right. It says, made contact with the homeowner who advised everything was 10-4. Officers were able to look inside the residence and nothing appeared suspicious. Owner believed it could have been her husband calling to make complaints on her due to them going through a divorce. Shows all the officers involved who's primary. All right. And then right here at 12:19, same date, made contact with the homeowner who advised everything was 10-4. Officers were able to look inside the residence and nothing appeared suspicious. Owner believes it could have been her husband calling to make complaints on her due to them going through a divorce. 11:48, possession of S trafficking. Okay. 11:48, sheets covering, meant with an O, sheets covering all the windows. Black car in driveway. 6, it is not known if anyone is in danger. Caller name blacked out. The text suspicious / wanted person. Circumstances vehicle. Problem, there are a bunch of young Oriental females inside the residence. This is the house where the preacher's wife came up 10-7, 2 days after file divorce. Now look at this, you guys. This incident involves suspicious circumstances. This incident is in progress. The caller's current location is in the area / neighbor. Number 4, it is not known if weapons are involved. Number 5, not applicable description has already been obtained. Suspicious activity. Now, and then there's the rest of it. So, what did you think about that when you came across it?
First of all,
For the
I
first
had to make sure it was verified because people can just make stuff up. So I immediately sent out a FOIA for a full. I wanted the full incident report, and I wanted the 911 call because I wanted to hear the concern from the neighbor. They were quick. They were like more than happy. I got, I think, 2 emails right away saying we're working on it. And right now, they just sent me an email today.
Really?
They're working on sending me everything from 2020 till now because I want everything for that 911.
Nice.
Well, because if you remember, I don't know if you saw my video. One of the things the neighbor had said was that JP had beat on Micah. This is what one of the neighbors had said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also beat up one of these Oriental girls, and the police were supposed to know. So I'm like, okay, I need to get some confirmation on that.
Yeah, I mean, there is stories of him even throwing her clothes out. I can't imagine. This is so crazy because can you imagine you're a neighbor, right? And you live next, that'd be like a cop doing the same thing with his spouse, right? You have a pastor that lives in your neighborhood. And all of a sudden you see the pastor throwing out all the pastor's wife's clothes on the lawn. Right?
Yeah.
Or even the screaming inside, the punching holes in the wall, the screaming that had to take place before the punches in the wall. I'm sure sound travels through windows. Sometimes I'm sure the windows were open. When you're talking about those kind of toxic relationships, there's no timetable, there's no timeline. You don't know when something's about to pop off until it pops off. So windows could be open. So could you imagine being a neighbor and seeing or hearing that stuff, especially from a pastor's house?
Oh, yeah.
It would have me going, what the hell?
I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the 911 call, but there were a lot of chock full of things. And I have my notes here. But one of the things I remember him saying was, this guy's crazy. This stuff has been going on constantly at that house. It's constantly chaotic. The other thing he said that I found very interesting, another reason why I want more records, wasn't the story always that he spent the night out the 26th into the 27th, or was he home? Was he home on the 27th? I don't know, because there were two things the neighbors said. Now, this is May 1st, so nothing
That's a
had
good
come out.
question.
You
I don't
guys weren't
remember.
there. You guys weren't protesting. The story wasn't big yet. The two things that this neighbor said that I found very interesting was that they heard she was killed in Charleston.
Really?
Where did that come from?
Charleston.
Yeah, and said that that Saturday, which would have been the 27th, that he was home that morning, sped out of the neighborhood, neighbors on the way out.
I mean, that sounds like him. I mean, we saw Pastor Protest Jesus J when he got followed. You could hear JP ripping tail out of his driveway, and he had to back out. He had to back out. Yeah, I can't imagine. Well, how long is the 911 call? Thank you for sending it to me. We are going to play it. No, I haven't even got to listen to it at all.
It's not very long. Maybe what, a minute, or a little over a minute, huh?
Interesting.
Oh, 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, a couple of minutes.
Holly said Charleston is where JP said he was on the day, and so that's interesting that some of the neighbors thought it was Charleston.
And notice there's been no receipts for the dinners and the lunches and the shopping. And
maybe the reason, because when it comes to eyewitness accounts, sometimes they're not always 100 locked.
Sure.
Maybe because they saw stuff that was going on, like clothes getting tossed out on the lawn, screaming of words that you're like, this is coming from a godly house. Well, this is what I'm saying. Maybe when JP came to tell them, maybe because of what they might have already been thinking when they heard the news, they just automatically put Charleston in their head because he mentioned being in Charleston. It's shocking news. JP probably said Lumber River State Park, but it's so shocking. Stuff gets mixed up, and then they're just like, yo, they subconsciously already thought that he had something to do with it when he mentioned it.
Oh, and yeah. So they said that to the 911 operator. He said, you know, he said it to the dispatcher. You'll hear it. We apparently know she did not shoot herself. This was what the neighbor said. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear it. I guess the Francis family is going to have a News Nation interview at 10.
Good.
Is it 10 p.m. tonight, you guys? So we'll check that out. We should still be on. Also, somebody said that JP did another interview with ABC 15. So if you do have it, please send it to any of my links and let me know that you sent it to me. Excuse me. And then we can check that out. I want to get to the 911 stuff first, and then we can check all that other stuff out later on in the show. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up the 911 call so you guys can hear it as well. And I have not heard it yet. Thank you again for sending me the information. Let's see here. I think I have to pull it up as its own. 1 second. This is weird. I think StreamYard's bugging out tonight because what usually works with StreamYard isn't necessarily like it. All right, so let me pull this up here. See if this works. Adapt and overcome. Yes, it will work. Let's see here. Let's bring this down here. All right, now we will share audio. All right, here we go.
Where can I dispatch? Hello?
Okay, well, yes, okay.
This is Wright County Dispatch. Can I help you?
Sure, I was talking to a lady. She sent me you.
Okay.
What I'm calling for, we're in the neighborhood of Cascades. This is where that preacher guy, which everybody knows is crazy out here, and his wife apparently, which we know she didn't shoot herself.
Right
But what's happening?
What happened?
And he's had a bunch of Filipino girls, or except I don't know if what's going on in there.
Whoa!
But the neighbor also saw him beating one of those girls up not too long ago. He can be, tell the police about it.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. This might be warning graphic.
Oh yeah.
So there's not going to be any closed captioning or anything on it. So you can just mute it if you possibly might be triggered. Let me change this up in the top right. Give me 1 second. Warning graphic content in the top right of the screen. So if you do need to mute it, once you see it change back to the live icon, you'll know that you can unmute it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to restart that there. 1 second. This is crazy. Right out the gate. He ain't waiting.
They're tired.
He ain't waiting. He's just like, yo. Just starts going crazy. All right, here we go. I'm unmuted too.
Wright County Dispatch. Hello?
I'm still here. Yes, I'm still here.
This is Wright County Dispatch. Can I help you?
Sure, I was talking to a lady. She sent me you.
Okay.
What I'm calling for, we're in the neighborhood of Cascades. This is where that preacher guy, which everybody knows is crazy out here, and his wife apparently, which we know she didn't shoot herself. But what's happening?
Just read that.
And he's had a bunch of Filipino girls, or except I don't know if what's going on in there. But the neighbor also saw him beating one of those girls up not too long ago. He can be, tell the police about it. The mail lady just went down there and she said there's always different young Oriental girls in that house, and then they're now. I guess I don't know what he's going. I know they're doing an investigation into her death because she had just filed for divorce and all. And, we all know her from running and everything, and she ended up dead. But I think somebody might want to go by that house and see what's going on, because it don't look good for this neighborhood. And her mom's out here, there's older people out here in this neighborhood. Something's going on.
Redacted.
Yes, ma'am. That's the address. And the mail lady said she went by there and there's still young Filipino girls. All that sex trafficking and all going on. Mm-hmm. I heard he was involved in that, but I'm not saying it because there's a lot he was into.
Okay.
And with little girls and all, and that's why it's going to all come out in the long run. But girls there's nobody else. That's not their house. It belongs to her. And she had filed for divorce. So y'all might want to check it because there's something going on. They got sheets all over the windows and don't look right in this neighborhood.
They have what all over the windows?
And like I said,
sheets.
It looked like they got sheets put over it now since all this. And we did see him fly near it and fly out of there because he almost hit us in his blue truck and he took off. That was on Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And apparently he sneaks in there and leaves. But those Orientals in there, and like I said, I think that was her house. But you heard about it. Everything going on with the, what was the name? Rock Church, Solid Rock Church.
Okay.
And it's the Miller, J.P. Miller. And like you say, she filed for divorce. 2 days later, she's dead. So there's something going on in there. It's been going on a while. Like I said, the neighbor saw one of them, the boy, because he's real crazy, beating the girl on the back. But I don't know why he didn't call the police, but he didn't know either. A lot of people don't like getting involved. I don't know if he's involved in sex trafficking, which I think he is. But y'all can find out, because they got no business in their house.
Whoa.
Okay. And what is your name?
God bless this man.
Live down the road, believe me. Yeah, the neighbor knows. Everybody's scared of this guy now because what's going on. They should be.
Right. And what's your...
These are all redacted parts, everybody.
Yeah.
This is from the report we just read to you a minute ago.
Do you know about how many Oriental girls are there?
Oh my gosh.
No, I have no idea, but the post lady did it always, and she saw them in a while ago. So they came to the door and got some packages she delivered. She knows there's always something, and the other mailman that used to be there said there's always something shady going in there with that boy and everything, which it is. They're young.
What?
She thinks they're Filipino.
What? Don't tell me they're people from overseas that are. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
JP, he was the one. His wife was just found dead. It was just said that she committed suicide, but all the people got Facebook. They know he killed. You know how that goes.
Right.
He beat it all the time. He really did. He's a crazy guy.
Beat her all the time.
Involving young kids and young girls, and of course the church now is just saying that. Somebody should come and say that a lot longer, and she'd be alive today.
Oh, shout out, right?
Mm.
That's why we're here. That's why we're doing.
I'm sure y'all all read about it. It just happened, I think, Saturday.
Whoa.
But there's always been something weird, and everybody had to tell you something weird going on in that house. But it's a nice neighborhood.
It is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a place you look like you're like, wow, I'd like to raise a family here.
Mm-hmm.
There's everything.
Yeah, I don't really want to get involved, but I'm you know what I mean?
Right. Do you know if there's any
Something needs
weapons
to be
involved?
done.
Listen to this.
I don't know if there's any weapons in there. I know they said the girl shot herself. I don't know if that happened there. Somebody told me that the mail, they thought she did in Charleston, which don't make sense, but nobody knows.
Okay.
I don't know what's in that house.
And is there anyone in danger right now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on inside that house or not.
Right.
There's a black car out there. I know they got the windows and all. They'll see when they see the house.
Okay.
Yeah, he slipped in and he ran out of there. So I don't know if he was. I know he had a restraining order on him, and I don't even think he was supposed to be around that house. But I don't. Like I said, she ended up dead. You know how that goes.
All right.
It's weird. It's very, and everybody knows. Everybody in that church knows. Everybody knows it, and it's under investigation. So
That's why they dropped down to 50 in that
All right.
first
I'm
week.
going to let you go. An officer's going to be dispatched as soon as possible. Just call us back if you get new information or need further assistance.
all right, we appreciate it. We didn't want to get involved, but there's something needs to be done because there's something going on, and you know it.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was way more than I ever even expected.
I was sick when I first heard that. In tears. I feel like doing that now because I first of all, we got to take into consideration this is three days after he announced her death, 4 days after her death. So even if the news said something about it, all that was really out at that time was this nutjob pastor made the announcement. That was it. Nothing else. So this is coming from the locals.
Yeah, the neighbor. The people who know. I mean, let's be real. They're the ones that live right next to you. They saw the clothes getting thrown out on the grass. They heard
All
the
of it.
screams and the nasty words. Like this gentleman said, oh my gosh, don't tell me they were part of Faith First Academy coming from overseas.
Oh, I don't even want to.
Because you know how much they do overseas, right?
Yeah, yes. I remember what happened in Pakistan.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Now, somebody had said in the chat, because I'm watching it on my television, that they didn't understand what he was saying. And there was a portion, because he's got a heavy Southern accent, what he was saying was the mail lady even got involved with this call. This guy was speaking for a bunch of neighbors, and they're older. And also the mail lady. And the mail lady had told him she went to deliver a package, and one of the Oriental girls answered the door and said the package.
Right. And he kept stressing very young girls.
Very young girls, yeah.
And even mentioned boys, too, at one point.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe. I'm gonna listen. That was a lot.
Now this is Horry County. I don't believe Horry County likes him as much as Myrtle Beach, only because of what we saw from. And Jay said that as well, because if you notice at the end of Jay's video, one of the cops said, "Do you want to go back there and talk to him?" The other guy was like, "F no."
Right.
So they don't. I think they're sick of him too, because that house is located in county.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine all the calls. I think you'll probably be shocked like I was here tonight with that call when you get all the report. Would you say you're getting them all the way back to 2020?
They moved in 2020, so it just made sense. Give me everything from 4 years. Let's see what happened.
Can you imagine? Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you
All for Micah. Justice for Micah.
Thanks for requesting it, and thanks for coming on here to share it with everybody. It means a lot, really. It does.
Well, somebody else requested it kind of in a demanding way, and I just ignored it.
Yeah.
You know who.
I appreciate it. And thank you for your support.
Dennis is laughing.
Right. I'm just in shock. I almost feel like I need
Sick.
to listen to it again, really. I mean, because it's like certain parts of the conversation, I'm just like, hold on a minute. Am I really hearing this? And then I miss another couple words, and I'm kind of like sucking it in, but at the same time, I'm skipping a little bit because it's just so shocking. And it really, this neighbor, it really, I don't think he's making any of it up. I think to me, it sounds like to me, it sounds like he's really being honest about all of it. And he's calling because, he's probably tired of it. And he probably, because with the way Micah was, I'm sure she was a very how she was in the congregation, a very kind-hearted, would do anything for you. And I'm sure all the neighbors got to know Micah and got to know Micah, and then got to know the situation. And, when something like that happens, I'm sure it's one of those, but guess what, guys? We even stopped to get gas, so I couldn't have done it. One of those things while you're telling people. I can imagine what that whole neighborhood felt like, and they got to be scared. So scared.
Oh, yeah. You can hear the desperation in his voice,
Yeah.
And you heard the portion where he said the Saturday morning before, he skidded out and almost hit them. I even now listening to it, I feel like I go into a trance because I'm still in shock of what I'm hearing.
It is. It's very shocking. Sometimes he's repeating the same thing over and over, but it means that he just cares. He just wants them to hear him, and I imagine this was from a Freedom of Information request, so they obviously already have this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
When it comes to the property.
Actually, more than the FBI has it now.
This is, it's where it came from. So, and shout out to them for allowing us to have access to this too.
It was the 911 call was somebody had asked Kib Kitty May 1st. So
yes,
she passed away the 27th. He made the announcement the 28th, 29th, 30th, and then the 1st was when the call was made.
Yeah. So this right here, this is what we read before we played the 911 call. This is the report. It was on 5/1, 2024 at 11:47 in the morning. And then it also shows all the timestamps of when everything was written on the incident report, and then the conclusion. I'm going to listen to that call again one more time. Again, I'm going to put this warning up again. So if you possibly might be triggered, just hit mute until you see it get back to the live icon up there in the top right screen. Give me a second.
That's it. Yes, okay.
This is our county dispatch. Can I help you?
Kind of low.
This is where that preacher guy, but everybody knows the stage that he and his wife apparently, which we know she didn't shoot herself. But what's happening?
Contribution call out, Anita.
Bunch of Filipino girls or stuff. I don't know what's going on in there. But the neighbor also saw him beating one of those girls up.
Yeah, they can't hear it, CJ.
Tell the police about it. The mail lady just went down there and she said there's always different Oriental girls, young Oriental girls in that house, and then they're now. I don't know what's going on. They're doing an investigation into his death. The shit just filed for divorce and all. And, you know, we all know her from running and everything, and she ended up dead. But I think somebody might want to go by that house.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
And her mom, they
Sorry, it's because of the screen share. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. With the phone calls, nobody on the panel is able to hear the phone. So I won't be able to take calls tonight. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, you guys. I thought it was playing. My bad. All right, here we go.
Where can I dispatch? Hello?
I'm still here. Yes, I'm still here.
This is Horry County Dispatch. Can I help you?
Sure, I was talking to a lady. She sent me you.
Okay.
What I'm calling for, we're in the neighborhood of Cascades. This is where that preacher guy, which everybody knows he's crazy out here, and his wife apparently, which we know she didn't shoot herself. But what's happening?
Redaction.
He's had a bunch of Filipino girls, or except I don't know if what's going on in there, but the neighbor also saw him beating one of those girls up not too long ago. He can be, tell the police about it. The mail lady just went down there and she said there's always different young Oriental girls in that house, and then they're now. I guess I don't know what he's doing. I know they're doing an investigation into her death because she had just filed for divorce and all. And, we all know her from running and everything, and she ended up dead. But I think somebody might want to go by that house and see what's going on, because it don't look good for this neighborhood. And her mom's out here, there's older people out here in this neighborhood. Something's going on.
This is nuts. This is crazy.
Yes, ma'am. That's the address. And the mail lady said she went by there and there's still young Filipino girls. All that sex trafficking and all going on. Mm-hmm. I heard he was involved in that, but I'm not saying it because there's a lot he was into.
Okay.
And with little girls and all, and that's why it's going to all come out in the long run.
Wow.
But they're over there now. The girls are. There's nobody else. That's not their house. It belongs to her. And she had filed for divorce. So y'all might want to check it because there's something going on. They got like sheets all over the windows and don't look right in this neighborhood.
They have what all over the window?
And like I said,
sheets.
It look like they got sheets put over it now since all this. And we did see him fly in there and then fly out of there because he almost hit us in his blue truck and he took off. That was on Saturday morning.
So full of info.
And apparently he sneaked in there and leave. But those Orientals in there, and like I said, I think that was her house. But you heard about it. Everything going on with the, what was the name? Rock Church, Solid Rock Church.
Okay.
It's the Miller, J.P. Miller. And like you say, she filed for divorce. 2 days later, she's dead. So there's something going on in there. It's been going on a while. Like I said, the neighbor saw one of them, the boy, because he's real crazy, beating the girl on the back. But I don't know why he didn't call the police, but he didn't know either. A lot of people don't like get involved. I don't think he's involved in sex trafficking, which I think he is. But y'all can find out because they got no business in their house.
Okay. And what is your name?
I know.
Live down the road, believe me. Yeah, the neighbor knows. Everybody's scared of this guy now because what's going on. They should be.
Right. And what's your...
So true.
Wow. I'll get to your contributions in one moment, y'all. Thank you for becoming members. Appreciate you.
I know.
Do you know about how many Oriental girls are there?
No, I had no idea, but the post lady did it always, and she saw them in a while ago because they came to the door and got some packages she delivered. She knows there's always something, and the other mailman that used to be there said there's always something shady going in there with that boy and everything, which it is. They're young. She thinks they're Filipino.
My gosh. It is. It's a lot.
Yeah, JP, he was the one, his wife was just found dead. It was just said that she committed suicide, but all the people got Facebook. They know he killed. You know how that goes.
Right.
He did it all the time. He really did. He's a crazy guy.
Yeah, May 1st.
And he's involved in young kids and young girls. And
young kids.
Of course, the church now is just saying that. Somebody should come up and say that a lot longer and she'd be alive today.
Or took them serious. That too,
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all all read about it. It just happened, I think, Saturday. But there's always been something weird, and everybody had to tell you something weird going on in that house.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice neighborhood.
Always something weird going on in that house. Boys and girls.
Yeah, I don't really want to get involved, but I'm a, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh,
Do you know if there's any
Something needs
weapons
to be done. I don't know if there's any weapons in there. I know they said the girl shot herself. I don't know if that happened there. Somebody told me that the mail, they thought she did in Charleston, which don't make sense, but nobody knows. I don't know what's in that house.
And is there anyone in danger right now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on inside that house or not.
Right.
There's a black car out there. I know they got the windows and all. They'll see when they see the house.
Okay.
Yeah, he slipped in and he ran out of there. So I don't know if he was. I know he had a restraining order on him, and I don't even think he was supposed to be around that house. But I don't. Like I said, she ended up dead. You know how that goes.
Right.
It's weird. It's very, and everybody knows it. Everybody in that church knows it. Everybody knows it, and it's under investigation. So.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go. An officer's going to be dispatched as soon as possible. Just call us back if you get new information or need further assistance.
All right, we appreciate it. We didn't want to get involved, but there's something needs to be done because there's something going on, and you know it.
Yes, sir.
And you know it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, we don't know if no calls have been made before. Say something, you see something, say something. I get the feeling there has been calls made. So that's why I reached out for more,
Right.
incident reports. And
There had-
911 calls. I said, send me every 911 call. I want to hear what they're saying.
They had to be.
Mhm.
Me, you type a lot like Chaz, who I just blocked a couple days ago. So I don't know. I'm just smelling a hot dog steak here.
Well, you got to tell me hot dog steak. What does that mean? Tell me
What is
that
the
means.
hot dog steak?
Yeah, I've always wanted to ask.
For real? All right. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, the hot dog steak. Hey. So we talked about a hot dog steak in the members live today. It's a steak that looks like a steak. You think it's steak, but when you start to cook it and smell it, it don't smell like a steak. Why? Because the steak is fake.
Ah,
Yeah, so it's a steak made out of hot dogs. It looks like a steak. See it? It looks nice and juicy. It's got grill marks and everything. But if you were standing there cooking it, it wasn't made. It's not a steak. It's
okay.
fake.
Okay, now I know. Now I'm on the end. I know what's going on.
The hot dog steak is fake. And that's what I like to. It's just a thing. I come up with little weird sayings here.
No, I love it.
And so it's just, when there's trolls and things like that, I like to kind of make funs out of it. So that actually came from trolls. It was the hot dog steak.
Oh.
So yeah, it's fake. All right, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine what else you're gonna get in the future when it comes to
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, I know.
Did you want to play? Did you want me to play your
The video I sent?
the video on the 911 call, or that? I know you want to get to that video too. Do you want to get to that one?
Yeah. Do
Or
the 911 call.
The
'cause
video
that's
you did
important.
like a week and a half ago? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to that real quick. Give me 1 second. Again, if you're not subscribed, let me drop
I need a haircut.
the channel in chat.
Yes.
Oh, you're good. I appreciate you and thank you for hanging out tonight. Here's the link. If you're not subscribed, we're going to check out one of her videos here. This is about that 911 call.
Right.
And what she had to say.
On the 911 call. So I did just get off the phone with a Scott from Chetu, CHETU.com, which is the AI company they build. And that's a different one.
Oh.
And he was very, very generous, very calm.
Oh, on the AI expert. Oh, shoot. Hold on 1 second.
That's okay. I think the 911 call was on
Let me just go to your channel.
Saturday.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's around here somewhere.
There it is.
911 call, right here.
No, right up, go up more.
Go up more?
Yeah, go up. Not that one.
Oh, the Lord of Hosts. Wait.
Yeah, up more. Yeah, see, no, go up more.
More?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right here.
No,
5 more.
I see it. Yeah, I see
2
it.
days ago. Whoa, what happened? Hold on a second.
Yeah, 911 call to JP's house or something like
Why
that.
is it? It like keeps making.
Oh, I gotta stop looking at my TV and look at this screen because that's
Ah,
delayed.
What's up with the keyboard here? Hold on. There we go. The key was stuck. All right. From 2 days ago. Okay,
That's it.
911.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys.
Morning. I want to share something with you that is interesting and disturbing all at the same time. So, yesterday morning, really, really early, I had received a copy of a police report from Horry County of a 911 call. Well, it's actually an incident report from May 1st to JP's house. The incident report wasn't enough information, so what I did was I had immediately filed for FOIA with Horry County under the magazine for a full report, incident report of that date, and for the 911 call. Now, I wanted the 911 call because I wanted to hear the caller. I wanted to hear the concern, and I wanted to hear what was going on. So it ended up being, before I read the bullet points of the 911 call, because that's what I'm going to share with you, it ended up being a neighbor who was calling for not just himself, but multiple neighbors. And they seemed to be older people that he was calling for. The male lady also was involved in this call. There was only one person speaking, but she had given portions of what she's experienced and what she had seen, and that was shared in this call. What I want you to take into consideration before I read the bullet points of this 911 call is this was literally made 4 days after Micah had passed away, 3 days after JP made the announcement of her death on the altar. Please take that into consideration because there was no protests going on yet. There was no massive reporting going on yet. Yeah, it was 1 or 2 people that said something, but it really wasn't a big story at that point. It was kind of localized. And you have to also take into consideration that these are people who live in that neighborhood, who see what's going on firsthand. So please take all this into consideration as I read these bullet points. And then, of course, we will end with scripture. Because anytime I do these videos, I pray first. And I say, Lord, give me what you want to say. And so this is coming from him, not from me. All right? Truth, and then his word. So it's a neighbor. And he says, this is about that preacher guy. We all know he's crazy. Now, I just want to stop for 1 second. He starts to explain to the dispatcher about Micah passing away that weekend. And goes into the description of what they heard, that she'd passed away and, from the gunshot wound. And he says his words, and the reason why I didn't go into that is because we've all talked about that. So it was basically the same thing. But his take on it was, we apparently know she did not shoot herself. This is me first. This is the neighborhood. Now, the reason for his call. So we're going to go on with that. Here are the bullet points. He's had a bunch of Filipino girls up in there. The neighborhood also saw him beating one of those girls not too long ago. The police should know about that, he said.
Yeah.
The mail lady says there's always a different girl, Oriental girl, young Oriental girls, and they're there now. Okay? Please go by that house because something is going on. It does not look good for the neighborhood, and we're scared. There's older people in this neighborhood, he says. There's young Filipino girls, There's all this sex trafficking going on. Right. I heard he was involved in that, but I'm not saying it because there's a lot he was into. And now that little girl, meaning Micah, is gone, and it'll all come out in the long run. But they're over there now. Something's going on because they've got like sheets on the windows.
They're hiding something.
Hiding something.
Right?
Now, I want you to take into consideration what I'm going to say next. Very carefully. She passed away on that Saturday before, on the 27th. We saw him fly in and fly out of there. He almost hit us with his blue truck on Saturday morning. Things been going on there for a while. The young boy that's there, he's crazy. He was beating on some girl on her back. I think they're involved in sex trafficking. They all don't have no business in that house. Everyone in this neighborhood is scared of this guy.
I can imagine.
The mail lady says one of the Oriental girls answered the door when she was delivering a package.
This is crazy.
Something always shady is going on up in there, and especially with that boy and everything.
Oh, my God.
He's the one where his wife was found dead. He beat her all the time. He's a crazy guy.
Just a couple days later, y'all.
He's been involved with young kids and young girls.
Just a couple days later.
Other than this, it's a nice neighborhood. I don't know if there's weapons in there. I mean, they said she killed herself up in Charleston, but it all doesn't make sense. Let me stop there. She killed herself in Charleston?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is May 1st.
Because they knew he did it.
Locals are talking.
Mm-hmm. They mixed it up.
He says everyone in his church knows. They all know it. So now she says, okay, we're going to dispatch the officers. And the call ends. So now on the incident report, you will see, if you read it, it says that they made contact with the owner. And he says all is 10-4. Officers went inside, didn't see anything suspicious, but this I wonder about. Owner says, well, it could be her husband calling because, he always calls and complains about her because they're going through a divorce. Who? Who's going? It can't be Susie. Is it sister? Who is it? Is it one of the Oriental girls? Who knows? Let's finish this off with the word. Revelation 3:17. You say, I am rich, I'm well off, I have all I need, but you do not know how miserable and pitiful you are. You are poor, blind, and naked. 1 Timothy 4:1. The Spirit says clearly that some people will abandon the faith in later times. They will obey lying spirits and follow the teachings of demons. Isaiah 66:4. So I will bring disaster upon them, the very things they are afraid of, because no one answered when I called or listened when I spoke. They chose to disobey me and do evil. What are they all protecting over there? The flying monkeys in JP. I had said very, very early on that Micah's passing was going to open up a Pandora's box and lift the veil off of things that have been hidden for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the season of judgment.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in sin, if you're working against the Lord, you're going to have to deal with the judgment. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't come up with these rules. These are his rules. You can tell from that interview on News Nation, he's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because he was able to control the narrative with Sun. He was able to control the narrative with Flo. He's been able to control the narrative with all these videos that he's been doing for True Crime Ray, but he couldn't control it with News Nation.
Nope.
So I was crying. Take that into
Mhm.
consideration. At this point, we know it's over. It's over for JP and for any flying monkey or anyone that's been supporting him. Now, I just want you to know this report has been sent to the proper authorities and not the FBI. The FBI knows about it, but it's beyond the FBI now. Because of, and that's I know that, and that's because of the mentioning of trafficking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
And overseas.
does he have an answer for that? Does he have an excuse for that? Is he going to say all the neighbors now are lying? Mike was lying. Allison was lying. The Francis family's lying. Charlotte's lying. All the victims are lying. The reporters are lying. Now the neighbors are lying. How many people are not telling the truth, and only one person, the most innocent person in the world, is telling the truth? Really? Are you sure about that? Well, I leave that with you. This is beyond food for thought. This is exposure from heaven. And there's a lot more to come. Why? Because after hearing this 911 call, I now requested all records from 2020 till now. Every 911 call, every incident report that has been called on that house. So we'll get more information. And if JP wants to keep stirring that crap, it's going to keep coming forward. I don't know what to tell you. There's going to be a rebuttal on every lie he tells. This is not my plan. This is his plan. So you got a problem with it? Take it to him. But he said, and let me say one more time, he's going to bring disaster upon you. The very things that you fear, JP and Flying Monkeys, because no one answered when he called. When he told you to get on your face and repent and take accountability, you said, nah, I'm going to dig my heels on defending myself. Because that's all that matters to me. Myself, my money, what I'm involved in, that's what I'm going to protect. I don't care what the Lord has to say. Okay. Because you chose to disobey him and do evil. He's going to bring disaster upon you. He's not going to. He is. It's happening now. It's been happening the whole time, but it's going to get worse and worse. With every interview, of every lie, of every assassination of Micah's character, of every attack, for every comment that you leave and everybody else's, from the Flying Monkeys leaving, slanderous attacks, threatening text messages, every attack that you send out, it's going to come back to you sevenfold.
Yep. That's why I give 150.
In the name of Jesus Christ. Just so you know. Okay, so there you go. I'm sure something else will happen soon. And until then, I will see you soon. God bless.
Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, we need your prayers more than ever, because we both know, like, we saw the cracks. You could see the cracks. And when you're dealing with an implosion, there's always something that gets shaken, you know, is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Heavy.
Just it is. It's very heavy, especially when it's the topic of children too. You know? And you know the stuff that existed before, not only the allegations from his ex-wife.
Yeah.
You know, and even the stuff that Pappy did.
Yes.
Yikes.
Mhm.
Yikes. Thank you so much for sharing that with the community, and thank you for reaching out for that information. I appreciate uh, your passion and desire when it comes to hashtag justice for Micah, because
Absolutely.
it's like what Kylie said a little bit ago in chat. If I don't know if I started or not, but it says it said like this 911 call is really telling a story. It may
Oh
be
yeah.
a 5-minute call, but it speaks huge volumes. Um, and maybe that's why the neighbors are getting upset that people are coming by. It's not because they're there to protect them, it's because they're already freaking scared, and they know that the implosion was happening before we did, and
Right.
they're afraid of what will be shaken up from that
Yeah.
implosion right there. So, uh, wow,
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
I know.
If anybody has the ABC 15 interview, go ahead and send it to me. I didn't see it. Also, real quick, I want to give some contribution call outs here. Anita, sorry for the quick one earlier. Anita O'Donnell, thank you for becoming a member. Tampa A, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Appreciate the contribution. And Yoli, member for 12 months. Man, I know. When did you? Shout out Yoli. She's been out there on all these shows lately. She's doing regular podcasts and stuff. And I think it's awesome. Yoli, she'll always hold a special place in the heart, because I remember the day. It was maybe a year ago, it's more than a year ago. It was like a year and a few months. She was, we started off by her being able to call in, and then she eventually was like, comfortable with panel, and then it just went to the stars after that. So shout out to Yoli. She's doing amazing stuff out there for all these
Right on.
other cases. You know what I mean? Bringing awareness and stuff. They even discussed Micah. I do watch the shows, Yoli, even though I can't hang out in the live chats, but yeah, bringing a lot of awareness. Micah, Sandra Birchmore, Karen Reed, Idaho 4, a lot of different cases. So thank you for everything that you're doing, and shout out to you. You're doing an amazing job out there, and you are an all-star. It's awesome. Let me see. I think that was it. Sorry, StreamYard is being real buggy now. Dennis made a good comment, and he said, and then nothing seems to be going on according to the incident report. And that's a good comment.
Yeah.
When you do see the rest of the incident report, it is blank, and it's only 2 pages. The second page barely has a little bit up at the top.
Right.
There was nothing. So I don't even know if they went out there, because if they did, there would have had to have been more, right? Or
Yeah.
I mean, had to.
Unless he stashed them. I mean, I don't know what he did with them, but asking for the 911 call lets them know that we're looking beyond their little incident reports. You know what I mean? Because I got more information out of that 911 call than that incident report.
Right.
Far.
Yeah, exactly. That 911 call.
Telling.
It didn't. Yeah, you're right. It was very dumbed down version. That's interesting. Yeah, that is. It was a very dumbed down version.
Mm-hmm.
Very dumbed down, especially with a lot of the stuff that he was saying.
Yeah.
Very shocking. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. I'll go ahead and we'll get to that stuff. Let me see. We got about an hour and 20 minutes, but who knows? They'll probably do the same thing like they did last time and do it at 2 a.m. I don't understand why they do that. All right, you wanted to go into another video that was special.
Well, yeah, I wanted to explain it if I could real quick, because it was in light of what I saw you cover today in the members. Okay. And part of it is kind of a preemptive strike because we see who we're dealing with. Character assassinators galore. And also because it might help somebody. My husband and I have been married for almost 16 years, been together 18. I've been married before. He hasn't. We've had a great relationship, but we did get hit with about 10 years ago in 2014 with breaking up over adultery. The reasons doesn't matter, but it had broken us up. Now he's Dutch. He's from the Netherlands. We lived in the Netherlands at the time. We were in the process of moving here, and then that whole thing started. So I moved back alone. And for those 2 years, this is the only Christian marriage I ever had. So I stood for it. I prayed for it, and I basically told him, when you get over it, you know where to find me. I didn't date anybody, or I really believed that he was going to come back, and he did. At the end of 2016, he wrote me an absolutely beautiful, remorseful letter on Facebook. And, he gave his life back to the Lord. He got baptized. So he was really a changed person. Now, the video that you're showing, it's so funny because I knew the girl he was with. I was friends with her, and she really stabbed me in the back. And I remember one of the things that she had said to me was, "I really pity you." Those words stuck with me, and I went, "Oh, wow. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out." So when we got back together in December of 16, I was still here in the States. He was over there. I was very close to his family. We had a lot of friends. So, after we had made up, I said, we were planning to move back here, but I said, let me come over to Holland for a couple of weeks to see everyone. And my birthday was coming up. So what you're going to see now is I was getting ready to fly in from Fort Lauderdale. Then I was supposed to go from Fort Lauderdale to New York, and then New York to Amsterdam. But the plane was canceled. As I got to the gate, they said, flight's canceled. Something happened with the plane. And I went, okay. So they said, would you be willing to fly out of Miami? And I said, sure. Yeah, okay. So I immediately, got my bag and went to Miami. It was just perfect. Straight flight. But I was landing an hour later. And so, of course, my husband was waiting for me with flowers and balloons. And there's a show called Hello, Goodbye. And they go around the airport asking people who you're waiting for and why. And when they heard our story, they put it on the show. So what you're seeing is this is an actual portion of the show. My husband had edited it, and then his part is in Dutch, so he put, the English subtitles on the bottom. But you see me standing there waiting for my bags, and somebody's calling my name. They're going around with this camera and this microphone going, Anna Maria Plageborg, and I just was like, yeah, I'm thinking. And what's great about that story is there's a scripture that says that I will prepare a table for you before your enemies. She saw that video. She saw that television show, and she freaked out. Now, needless to say, 2 years later, she apologized and she went off and had a baby and has a wonderful life. But at that time, it's just like you see how God said, let me handle it. Don't worry about the plane canceling. I'm going to get you on a good flight. You're going to go straight over there, and I'm going to televise this reconciliation. And that's what that video is.
That's crazy. That's
I
very
interesting. I wanted to share that with you guys if you didn't mind.
Yeah, we'll get to that real quick here.
It's funny.
Let me, and by the way, yeah, if you guys missed, I know YouTube notifications don't always work right. We did have a members live earlier today. If you are a member, thank you for being a member. And also it's very important that you go check out the members live from today. And please, please, please listen to the intro message that I have for you. It's very important that you hear that intro message. Okay. All right, here we go.
Goedemiddag. Goedemiddag. Ik zie een hele grote ballon. Jazeker. Nog een bos bloemen.
Ja, ik heb een bos bloemen.
Heb je schoen te maken?
Nee hoor.
Op wie wacht je?
Mijn vrouw.
Waar is ze geweest?
Zij komt uit Amerika. Zij woont in Amerika.
Ze woont in Amerika?
Ze is een Amerikaanse vrouw. En zij komt hierheen na 3 jaar.
Na 3 jaar?
Ja, ze is 3 jaar geleden teruggegaan. Ik had een affaire met iemand anders, waardoor zij heeft 5 jaar hier gewoond. En 3 jaar geleden is zij teruggegaan naar Amerika. En die affaire is voorbij en zij heeft mij vergeven. En zij komt nu terug voor 5 weken.
En jullie zijn weer verliefd op elkaar?
Ja.
Wow.
Ja.
Aw.
Maar heb je elkaar ontmoet? Want zij woont in Amerika.
Ja, 10 jaar geleden toen heb ik via Second Life, dus zo'n online chat of virtuele wereld, zeg maar, hebben we elkaar ontmoet. En zo is de liefde gegroeid. En op een gegeven moment zijn we getrouwd in Amerika, in Georgia. En een half jaar later, nadat we getrouwd waren, is zij naar Nederland gekomen. En is ze hier 5 jaar geweest.
Ja. En heb je ook kinderen?
Nee, zij wel.
Oh, die had ze al?
Ja.
En wonen die ook in Nederland, haar kinderen?
Nee, die wonen ook in Amerika.
Oh, die wonen in Amerika. Dus jullie waren samen hier 5 jaar lang. Het leek allemaal geweldig te gaan, maar toen kreeg je een affaire, begrijp ik?
Ja, klopt. Ja, dat liep wat stroef in de relatie en er waren wat oneenigheden. En nou ja, er is gewoon iets tussen gekomen, iemand tussen gekomen.
Ja, dus het begon met Second Life en toen nam jij een Second Love erbij.
Ja, in principe, ja.
En kwam zij daarachter of heb je dat opgebiecht?
Ik heb het opgebiecht. Ja, ik was daar vrij direct in. En, ik heb het niet achter haar rug gehouden. Ik heb gewoon eerlijk gezegd.
En wat vond jouw vrouw daarvan?
Ja, was het er niet mee eens.
Ja. En toen was het eigenlijk over en uit, zou je denken.
Ja.
Zijn jullie officieel gescheiden ook?
Nee. Zij heeft altijd gebeden voor mijn...
dat je tot inkeer zou komen?
Tot inkeer zou komen, ja, precies.
Zij is christelijk?
Ja, ik ook.
Oké.
Maar ik ben nooit... ik was tot op die tijd nooit gedoopt. En ik moet zeggen dat na mijn doop is er wel heel erg veel veranderd in mijzelf. Waardoor ik toch zeker tot inkeer kwam hoe fout mijn relatie was met die andere vrouw. Waardoor ik dat gestopt heb. Dat heb ik mijn vrouw laten weten toen. En het eerste wat zij zei is I love you. Dus zij had mij vergeven en haar familie had mij vergeven. En ja.
Zo, ben je goed weggekomen, zou ik zeggen?
Nee, ik ben zeer gezegend daarmee.
Hoe lang heb je dat nou niet gezien?
Ja, 3 jaar bijna.
Dus dit is echt gewoon, voor de allereerste keer gaan jullie nu weer samenkomen. Na al die ellende, alles overwonnen hebben.
That's crazy.
Hoe voelt dat?
Ja, ik heb kriebels in de buik.
Wow.
Ik ben weer gewoon weer helemaal opnieuw verliefd. Het is prachtig.
Ik begrijp nu wel waarom je zoveel spullen bij je.
Ja, precies. Ja. Ja.
Ik ga denk ik even kijken aan de andere kant of ik haar kan vinden.
Oké.
Annemarie? Annemarie Plaggenborg? Annemarie Plaggenborg? Is this Anne-Marie? Hello.
You're like,
My name is
what?
Joris. From the program Hello Goodbye.
Oh.
And I talked to your husband over there at the other side. And he told me this marvelous story about the deep love you share.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you're here after 3 years or something?
Yeah, I
For
left
the
in
first
2014
Yeah.
on my birthday.
Ay, ay, ay. How did you find out he cheated on you?
He told me. He was straight up.
And what was your
Well,
reaction?
because I knew the girl. She was allegedly a friend. And I had said that I was going to go and visit her and talk to her. And I think he was afraid that I was going to hear it from somebody else. So he said, I want you to hear it from me.
Oh,
And then?
wow.
You know what? Between me and you and the camera, I believe that he was kind of manipulated into the situation.
yeah.
He has a big heart, and I think that he felt like he was saving her from something.
So you already forgave him at that very moment?
Oh, at that point, yeah. I wrote him a letter and told him I was going to wait for him.
Aw.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh,
I held
wow.
on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Didn't date anybody, didn't see anybody.
Wow.
And you kept believing and coming together again.
Oh yeah. Well, things happen. It was the 7-year mark. And I believed in him, so I knew that it was going to be okay.
You really forgave him.
Absolutely, 100%.
And you really love him for 100% as well.
Yeah, I love it. Look at what I'm going through to get here to see him.
Wow.
What is so special about this man that you still love him?
It's the connection. He was so good to me for a really long time. So this is like, this one time, it was easy to forgive. And then he wrote me on December 31st, just apologize. It was the most beautiful, remorseful letter I ever got.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What struck your heart in that letter?
That he had said he had broken the very foundation of a very good relationship. And he didn't break that foundation, but the fact that he thought he did, and then said that he was very ashamed and was going to do everything he could to make up for it.
And you really
Especially in this
trust
day and age.
this guy because, on the other hand,
because it was kind of, and even his own mother said it was against his nature and his character to do what he did. He's not a womanizer. That's not him.
and you will not ever do that again.
I don't think so. I don't even worry about it.
You've been waiting for him for 3 years.
Yes.
He's been waiting for you now for 3 hours. You should be together.
Okay.
So you better go, girl.
Okay.
Stranded, reaching out.
I just have to mute the music just for a second.
Oh, yeah. Who did that? Is that the show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me turn it up. Have it go a little lower. Man, I can't imagine 3 years. That's crazy.
Well, this girl was like a female JP Miller, you know? She would roll in the grass with the ants.
Isn't it crazy how things work out, you know? It's like I always tell people, you know, you could have a flat tire on your way somewhere, you know. Here, let's leave it right here. You could have a flat tire on your way to work, you know, and you can do two things. You can get frustrated, and I'm referring to the plane, not anything else. You can get frustrated because you had the flat tire and it's going to make you late to work, or you can go, wait a minute, there's probably a reason why there was a flat tire and I got the flat tire, because who says if I was still driving without that flat tire, something else might have taken place down the road at that moment, you know?
Right on, yes.
When it comes to like the plane ride and how, you know, all of those things kind of changed, and it led to, because who says if you only would have had to wait for 2 minutes that this would have even been documented, you know?
Right.
So it is very amazing how things kind of, you may not always trust it, you may not always want it, or you may not always get it when you want it, but trust me, things happen for a reason, and there's a reason why things happen the way they do. So.
Well, this is to show everyone God is amazing. You know, when you stand on it, and even in the times where it's very tough, and trust me, there were plenty of times throughout that 2 years I took off my wedding ring, threw it across the room, I quit, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, forget it, I'll put it. And so, you know, there were moments that I would get frustrated, but I kept standing. I had a family that stood with me, you know, he was honest. That was what it was. It wasn't the mistake. It was the fact that he thought enough of me to be honest, and he didn't have that in his personality. So I just knew this girl was telling him, if you don't stay with me, I'll kill myself.
Mm.
And just knowing the kind of guy he is, so I knew I had to bow out and let him figure out she was a manipulator, and he did.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. And we kept in touch here and there, like throughout the 2 years, but it was very hard because this was my best friend, you know. So prayer works.
So many ways. It's just
prayer
crazy.
works.
What a story. Thank you for sharing that too.
I wanted to do that because that gentleman that, you know, we heard talking today who was attacked by RH, that's so unfair because he was being honest.
Right.
And he might be out there helping another husband that's struggling and save a marriage. And then somebody like that guy coming along and assassinating his character, I was like, you know what? I got to tell the testimony.
Right.
So this is, again, now a rebuttal to this guy, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, it's and no, I thank you and thank you for your support in the members live earlier too, for being a member and coming in there to hang out with us while we went through that. Seriously, if any of you guys are a member and you don't know what we're talking about, trust me, you'll want to.
The other girl, somebody's asking what happened to the other girls. So she actually wrote me about 2 years later, apologized genuinely, and told me that she met the love of her life, and I guess she wanted to make sure things were right. Had a baby, she was very happy, and so we made peace with each other. Yeah. So yeah, that was the last time I heard from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to right wrongs, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, she knew now what it was like to lose someone who meant so much, you know, to you. So I think that's why she did it.
There was a question from somebody a little bit ago about the 911 call, and I apologize.
Okay.
I missed it. And Allie, shout out to Allie. Appreciate you so much. She does an amazing job. That's she's the one who organizes the protests out there at Solid Rock and does all the amazing stuff. Shout out to her. Her and Millie there. They did a combo effort trying to figure out who in the heck is this lady? And by the time I walked back around, they were already telling all of us that it was a plant. So appreciate them for, I'm telling you, it's a community thing and we all look out for each other. And it is, I'm telling you, it's, you can even see in the footage that we take, this is like the most loving, amazing community that I've ever been a part of. And I'm being serious. Like it is, to go from how we were treated before just a few months ago in a certain community, doing what we're doing here, it really feels really good to the heart and to the soul to have this abundance of love shown to me and the community because, you know, we are trying to do the right thing the right way. So really appreciate that.
You have a good heart. You have a good heart. People can see that.
The question was from Prime Rose Brainiac. Why did the report say they talked to homeowner and she said husband called if Micah was already gone? I'm not understanding
the question.
Yeah, I'm not understanding it either.
So the homeowner they were referring to was JP. Actually, if you look at the tax records, which I already did, it's Solid Rock that owns the home.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I guess they were referring to JP. He brought up Micah. I guess he assumed that Micah owned the home, and but I looked in the tax records. She was never on the deed. I mean, maybe through marital law, she would have gotten.
Well, remember, the family was saying that he had forced her to sign legal documents that minimized her, what's the word? Where she gets half of everything.
Oh.
They didn't have a prenuptial, but he later on down the road, according to the family in the court papers, he
had her sign
basically influenced her to sign papers that diminished her value in the marriage, basically. And I think that's what it was. You get her name off of the house, get her name off of whatever that was, so I can transfer it to the church. So then it's protected because I'm already broke.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to lose half of everything, then I'm really going to be broke. You know,
the neighbor was under the impression that she was going to be at the house. He got served restraining orders or protective order, and that he was supposed to stay away from the house. He did say that in the call. So that's what he thought, or the neighbors thought, or they were hoping for, probably. You know, so.
Yeah, the church owns the home. The home was transferred to the church property.
Yeah, he did that recently to hide assets.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. But you know, when you put the house, that you don't pay taxes on it either. So, yeah.
That too. I think, that's why I think they jumped on the financials right away. It's like I tell everybody, it's no surprise. And I'm going to, I don't know why I even have to repeat this, but I'm telling you right now, there's not, and we're going to have a show. We're going to have a special guest coming up here soon. That used to work for him is going to tell you what I'm telling you. Basically, they're not going to give the general population any information that they're not going to first report to the local authorities, and then they can report it. Okay? That's just how it works. So if there's people out there that are claiming that they work with the FBI, they're claiming that they work with Fitz News, they're claiming that they have information that none of us know, and they can answer your questions and pretend like they're getting information from the investigation. It's a bunch of BS.
Right. Okay. Right. That's right.
It's a bunch of BS. It's just
well, I just wanted you to know that I really didn't know what to do with the information. I knew just to sit on it or report it wasn't enough. And I could tell you guys because I really don't care at this point. And so I reached out to somebody who works with trafficking. She's part of some operation with the Marines. She doesn't tell me everything, so I really couldn't say anything about it. But, I asked, what do I do? And then realized, it had to go to, and it did, Homeland Security, ICE, and the U.S. Marshals now have it. So it's beyond the FBI. You have to, because they're the ones who handle trafficking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot more.
Yeah,
it's a lot more.
It just can't be left at.
Because you're dealing with a lot of spider webs when you're dealing with that kind of stuff, and those investigations can take a really long time.
Yeah.
A really long time.
Well, put him away for the financials and then do everything else. He doesn't need to be walking around.
No, you can get a conviction on the financial. You can be sitting there not harming anybody else anymore, and then you can still continue to do your investigation in other parts, and then add more charges on, as time goes. That's why I think they're dealing with the church stuff first, because listen, if they didn't keep receipts, you know what I mean? If they didn't keep receipts, and you're a 501(c), if you didn't keep receipts, that's a freaking issue, especially for a church. It's not going to take long. Like when you're dealing with, I'll just say, organizations that get away with something for so long, and their pappy and their grandpappy did it. Usually it's the grandson that messes it all up, because he becomes, the grandpappy is the hard-working one, the one that's sacrificing everything and learns how to do it. Then the son, which is the dad, he's the one that perfects it all, because he sees what the grandpappy made mistakes on, and he got to learn what works, so he becomes the most efficient. And then the next generation, which is the grandson, that's the one that messes it all up typically, because they're the ones that become so egotistical, thinking that they can get away with everything, that they don't take the time that the pappy and the grandpappy took to make sure that it was swept.
Yeah, it gets sloppy.
So, yeah, and I think that's I think that's kind of the situation that's going on over on yonder. Here, give me 1 second. Did you want me to send a link here? I think, is Jay still in chat? He was saying something. I think he said he had a question for you.
Oh, let me see. He just sent a message. Okay. think he's just.
Let me see. I guess there's Steph sent that interview. Here we go. Thank you very much. And we got some other articles and things like that to get into. One of them is about an article from what is this newspaper? ABC News 15. So this is an article that's discussing all of it. What else do we have? We're gonna chat for a few minutes about Dominion.tv.
Yes.
And then we will go into the Francis family's interview. I'm sure they'll put out a clip or two at least. But if they're going to make us stay up till 2 in the morning, I'm sorry. I got to get some sleep.
No. I texted him directly.
Oh.
Right.
Does he still want to? Did he still want to hop up?
I just told him that when we were done, you'd send him a link.
Let's see here. Okay. Here's a link if you want to hop up on panel, Jay. You're more than welcome. Hold on, I'm getting some information. Oh, okay. Somebody from, you know what I mean, down yonder over there, just sent me a message and they said, I can't confirm, but I was told that JP's sister and son live there. That explains the young boy fund.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it's true.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching the show and sending the info. Appreciate it. I love this community. Okay, let me see. 195, Deb. Thank you so much. Yes, if you guys are just joining, you definitely want to go back to where we are reading the report and the 911 call.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. You have to be real, and especially you can get in trouble for making a false 911 call. So that really solidifies that comment. Really confirms it.
Yeah, that was crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Are you going to be putting it out?
The 911 call?
Yeah.
No, you and me.
No?
I mean, you know.
Well, how about, what if I do this? What if I make a clip of it and I send you the downloaded file and then you can upload it yourself? It'll be a clip of this and you can put it on your own channel if you want to.
Sure.
If not,
me.
If not,
yeah.
No?
No. Let the content creators. I mean, if
project
LR wants to do it, or there he is.
What's up, buddy? Appreciate you.
Oh snap!
Definitely go sub.
Love him. Yeah, if any of them want to use it, as long as it's not, the other guy, I'm fine.
Right. Yeah, go watch that members live. Trust me. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe what I'll do is, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just upload one of them, or I'll just make one of them public, and then the other two are just going to have to wait until we're done with all of them. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, man. I really don't.
Well,
yeah.
I'd love to see what JLR has to say about it. I'll tell you that. And Magnolia. I mean, see how we're reacting by just listening to it? It made me nauseous. I'm even nauseous now listening to it, and I've heard it all weekend.
Yeah. Especially considering me, because even though that person's claiming to be boots on the ground, I am boots on the ground. So when it comes to I don't know, man, it just, when I'm sitting here, I had to bring it up to you guys. And we're going to be, I have a couple more episodes we're going to be doing. I'm going to be breaking it down like I broke JP's interview down. I'm going to be breaking down the BS for you guys. And you guys will, I'm going to blow the confetti and smoke away for you. So you see.
The cobwebs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know. We'll see. But I went ahead and sent Jay the link.
Yeah, he asked me to just chill a little bit. Let me show Jay. Take a look at this, Jay. This is what I need to put on. So
Oh my gosh, what is that?
the neck brace.
Oh shoot.
That's why I told him a little bit of pain, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Nope.
Is it coming? Well, I mean, do you want to take a break and I can go through some of these articles and stuff, and then you want to come back when he hops up? Or oh, he's backstage. Hold on one second. Here we go. What's up, buddy? It didn't beat me. StreamYard's being
I've been sitting here for a while, but it's okay.
My bad, dude. StreamYard usually goes boop, but it didn't go boop tonight. It's been messing up. My bad, buddy.
Right.
What's up, man?
I just want to say I'm on stream live with two of my favorite people. Gosh, I love you too. You are the best at what you do. And your reporting and your journalism and your magazine is great. CJ, your screen, your aura, your charisma. I mean, you are perfect at what you are doing, man. You two are stars. I love you, and I love you, CJ.
I appreciate it. I mean, you're the star now after your message to everybody from Sunday, man. Everybody's loving that message that you had, whether it's chat or the video I put up.
I see as many comments as I can, and I mean I'm actually humbled and honored. I mean the more people say you're great, we love you, the more I go, oh my gosh, I need to get littler and littler. You know, it just I go the opposite with that stuff. It like go harder and stronger, and I really want to win. I really want to win this. I mean, it's not my fight, but I want to. I can't wait till we're all standing up with our hands in the air, praising God what He's done. You know, it's just going to be. I'm looking to the end. You know, I'm looking at the end, and I really believe that everything that we've been speaking, what Allie did today, what a miracle that I wasn't there. God protected me, but I felt so bad, and I was watching that racing over because I was planning on waiting until the last person leave. You noticed I waited until JP was there because he always stays there a little longer. I was watching on stream in my backstage, and over there, and because
his connection kind of goes in and out.
Is there bad weather over there?
Yeah, I think there is actually some bad weather going on. It's not raining.
Oh.
Hold on, let me. No, it's not raining here. Oh, that sucks. He'll hop back up here in a second.
Yeah, we knew ahead of time that he was gonna, take off the garb, and so me and Dennis were like, "Here it goes. He's gonna do it." Yeah.
What led you to do that yesterday, Jay? What?
Oh.
Because I know that. Oh
boy.
Let me hold it.
There we go.
I was talking to Ann. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, I've been talking to Ann, and I value her friendship now. I value her opinion, and believe it or not, my wife has been saying the same thing in my ear to my face, and then I had to hear it from another godly woman, and it just solidified to say, hey, I need to do something, and it's almost like that, the Bible says, out of the mouth of two or more, I see Ann on screen. Ann, tell your husband I said hey, and I admire what he did. I don't know if she can hear me.
Yes, I hear you. Yes, he said thank you.
Yeah, tell your husband. Oh, he's a wonderful man. You're a beautiful couple. I'm so proud of you. But so I guess it started rising up. And I don't know, and I just kept it real quiet, but I got out of like 2 weeks ago of my name. It got around on TikTok and it sent to me. Somebody screened it and then sent it to me, and I said, oh my goodness. And so I was kind of glad it was hush hush. It didn't go around, and then all of a sudden the plunder video came out. Then another TikToker started talking about my name and my Facebook, so I privatized my Facebook and all that stuff. Then I created a run to Jay, the AKA thing. I did that the night before. I'd talked to Ann about doing this, but I didn't tell her what I was going to do. I even asked her, I was actually going to go out there without my robe on. And Ann is the one that said, you keep wearing your robe, Jay. So Ann, you're the reason why I kept wearing my robe.
I mean, how
So,
the first week you were there and you were like, I don't know if I should show up. I'm like, dude, show up every weekend like that. Man. Yeah. Because it brings awareness.
What was that?
It brings awareness.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And it's just a miracle the way that God used. I can see so many things, even what happened to me in New York, how God, like we were talking about this the other day, and how God used all our past little experience, this thing and that thing, to set these things up.
Yeah.
And that's why, right? And CJ, that's why I wanted to interview you on Sunday. Remember? And because I really wanted to know, I was like, CJ's got to have a story here. I know, because we all have a little reason, even everybody in chat. I was talking to a man on Facebook that's in Pennsylvania. He asked me not to say who he is, and he asked me to keep it private. So I'm telling you about him, but I'm not saying who he is or anything like that. Nobody will know. But so he, there's a reason for everything. Okay. I better stop. But, so I don't know. So I decided, I guess I was praying about it on, Saturday night. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Well, I had told Steph, put myself in a box, because I told Stephanie that I had a big announcement, that following Sunday. She couldn't make it last Sunday, not the past Sunday. So that means God delayed me another week. And then every single week, something different happened. So the week before, I guess.
Oh, man. He must be in a really bad.
Usually it's fine.
Yeah.
His connection. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. It was kind of getting a little choppy there, a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to hear him.
My cat's acting like a maniac.
I'm gonna have to tell him to go into a different part of the house or something. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, your picture's back. You must be in a good part of the house now. You there, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You got Verizon, don't you?
CJ, let me turn my phone off. It is really, really hot. Let me turn my phone off and reset it. Give me about 2 minutes.
All righty.
Okay?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, maybe that's.
Can you hear me?
Well, I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I'm going to turn my phone off and reset it and log back in, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right.
I have,
All right. I'll be right back. And Ann, I know you want to get off. Ann wants a break. So let me try to do this real quick. Okay. Love you. I'll be right back.
Well, Ann needs to bow out, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. If you
No,
need
I'll wait till Jay comes back if you want.
Okay.
It's totally up to you.
Okay.
I have to restart my phone all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
because of all the notifications and stuff that I do on it. All
Hey.
those videos are on the phone, you know?
It's like when I come across, if I have any kind of technical issues or something, I always just reset it. It always seems to be the best thing to help with technology and the devices these days, because I don't think any of them used to work as good as they used to, let's be honest.
Oh, no. I think we just got a new laptop tonight. I just ordered one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I need it. This one that I'm on right now is it's running on my hotspot on my phone. It's so old. It won't even detect my.
Really? Your router?
Yeah.
That's
2015. It's like 2015 Dell notebook. So it's like, I can't believe it's even working. It's like a miracle.
Wow.
I know.
Shoot. Well, here, let's get it. Oh, let me share this with you guys first. We're not going to go too much into it. But Allie, this was an interesting comment. Allie, if you're still in chat, she said that she went to the Dutton's house to drop off some paperwork. I wonder if it has to do with the same paperwork, kind of what you were talking about, and that you made a video where Millie was specifically saying, you can't use my voice, you can't use my face, you can't use nothing of what you got because you're not real media.
Right, rescinding the consent.
Right.
Yes, absolutely, because it was under false pretense. So, absolutely not. They don't owe any kind of any statement to those people whatsoever.
Yeah, here's the here, let me bring it up. This was the badge, because I actually took a photo of the badge. Because I was like, do you have a business card? No, I don't have any business cards. Well, can I take a photo of your badge? Oh, sure. Interesting. Let's see. There it is right there.
Yeah, that badge was like classic fake. I mean, it wasn't even a good default, you know?
Well, the thing was, is it was so sunny out, right? So when I took the photo, I couldn't even see it because it was so bright. But when I looked at the picture, because she was like, my email's on there. So then it's so small and it was so bright I couldn't barely even read it, even looking at the picture because of the screen. But then when I go to look at it, when I
what does that say? Let me look that up for a minute.
I uploaded it just says info to coastallifemedia.com. I mean, it's a $5 website. You can just put one up for $5. And that's all the info that was on there. It just says Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, info to coastallifemedia.com. I'm glad that I actually ended up taking a photo of it. You know?
No, look at this. This did not show up yesterday. Somebody made a new website.
Oh, yeah? Oh, there's a website now?
Oh, fabulous.
Hold on, let me type it in.
Can y'all hear me now?
Box of rocks, really.
Hold on.
Let me look under interviews.
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all go ahead.
Info to coastallifemedia.com.
Well, I just looked under Coastal Life here. I'll send it to you. Let me see. What a joke. This was not here yesterday. Do you believe that? And if you look way in the bottom, it says 2020 to 2024 at Coastal Life Media LLC.
All right. Did you send me the?
I did. I texted you the link. I sent. I texted you.
Text? Okay. Let me see here.
And it's the poorest looking website. I mean, talk about throwing it all together.
$5 website. This is a $5 website. Look at this.
Give me a friggin' break, man.
It's a $5 website. It's got 2 tabs you can click on, yo. That's it. It's got 2 tabs.
Dude,
look at the picture. It's a stock photo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's a stock photo. These are all stock photos. What is this true crime? Whoa. Is that TrueCrime Desti-Ri?
Why? Why do you say that? What do you see?
I'm wondering if Destiny is TrueCrime Desti-Ri. Look at the stock photos. All stock photos.
It is all stock photos. That is true.
And somebody that, and your dad's coming out during having a service saying she's on a special mission and all this other stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if that's TrueCrime Desti-Ri. I'm calling it right now. I bet it's TrueCrime Desti-Ri.
See how God reveals things? I mean, it may not be, but it's going to get somebody thinking.
Oh.
I bet you it is. And I bet you Dominion TV is hand in hand in that honeypot.
Now there's a way for me to get into the back of this.
Destiny, what you doing with JP, Destiny?
Let's see. Inspect.
They're definitely. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I'm calling it right now. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, Dominion TV and the King's House is definitely connected to Solid Rock Church. I'm already telling you that.
Yeah, that's.
Now, what they got to do with each other? This all goes with that stuff that back with Wayne and those big TV preachers.
Accessibility. I'm just properties. I'm just looking generic. It's all generic. Generic. I'm looking inside the back end of this website, and it's all generic.
What did it say on the?
Yeah, it's obvious that TrueCrime Desti-Ri is JP. I've said it from the beginning. TrueCrime Desti-Ri is controlled by JP. I bet you Destiny is freaking TrueCrime Desti-Ri. I am like, I'm telling you right now.
Just give me a date.
Oh my
man.
gosh, I feel so strongly about it. My intuition is.
I believe you.
Bing, 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 bing. I don't know. I follow my intuition.
How crazy is that?
Don't
I
play.
know, and
don't play.
Just like I was saying before I got cut off with Allie and them, and Michelle and all them at yesterday. Where they just kind of honed in on it and said, "Wait a second," that was just amazing, man.
I bet. And I bet you it's her. Hold on one second. There's a video.
What do you mean?
That supposedly has TrueCrime Desti-Ri.
It says here, info to coastallifemedia.com. This is coastlifemedia.com.
No.
Coastal Life.
Coastal. It's holy.
No.
That says Coastal Life. That's misspelled.
Hold on.
Well,
Let me go back.
Good, dear.
Yeah,
Coastal on the top. It says Coastal Life.
But the website
this is it.
Coastlifemedia.com.
No. The URL is Coastal Life Media, but if you look at the top of the page, all the way at the left on the top, it says COSTAL, Coastal Life.
Whoa! Because somebody did a typo.
Coastal.
They were trying that quick. They were trying that quick to throw up something. They did a typo.
Oh my God! I need a drink. If you look at the URL says coastlifemedia.com.
Really?
Not Coastal Life.
Not Coastal. Okay. Well,
that is true. Wait. No, it does say Coastal Life Media. Here's the website. And be careful, you guys. Don't listen. Don't click on it just to click on it. All right. Have your
look in the URL
VPNs and all that other stuff. It's got the S on the HTTP, so it's supposed to be secure. But when it comes to other people, they remember social media, websites. They know how to do this and do that. So be careful. Click at your own discretion.
Yeah, hear me out. So it says Coastal Life Media LLC to get there. That's the address. But when you open up the website, look at the URL. Up on the top, it says coastlifemedia.com.
Hey, and when it's LLC, that's limited liability corporation. That means it's got to be formed with officers. There's a lot of legal stuff that goes on with that, and they can't just put LLC on there.
Oh, sure they can. You can type in the sun's blue on there if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna take a photo and send.
I wonder they do have to be registered though. If it is legit, they have to be registered. They have to be registered. You have an LLC to protect you from.
I just sent you a picture, CJ, on your text.
Okay.
Okay. I just took a picture of the left corner. So stupid. Like they got a box of rocks in their head.
All right, here, give me 1 second. Let me pull this up.
It says Coastal. See? She sees it.
Coastal.
And yet, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the URL says Coast Life Media. It's so sloppy.
Why is it not? Oh, because it's a tab. That's weird. Okay, 1 second.
Dude. What made me, the Lord made me look at that.
Why is it not coming up as a... Hold on.
Make sure you put 2 L's if you're searching it.
There it is.
Right.
Sorry,
Coastal. So in the corner, way in the corner there, next to that palm tree with the orange and blue, it says Coastal Life. But if you look at the URL, it says Coast Life Media. So
Coastal Life? Oh, wow, Carrie. Oh, hell no.
Coastal. Damn. Ugh.
This is crazy.
These people.
Where 2 or more are gathered in his name, there he is in the midst.
Right on. They give me a headache. Their dumbness gives me a headache, man. Registration.
I just sent you a.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just
Deb.
sent you an image. CJ, we'll talk about in a second, but I didn't want you to get confused with her sending you stuff.
Deb, thank you. I was looking for that in the background. So it began 5/4/2024. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, registration 5/4/24. Yeah.
When check company's house or bun and bread street for company?
Yeah, I'll make a picture so you can send it.
Or no, you can just send me a screenshot.
Yeah.
Wow. I bet you it's these 2 organizations.
Click that link, it takes you to that website.
Coastal Life TV. What the hell?
Yeah.
Coastal Life TV?
And it's been registered at Google over 10 years ago. That doesn't make any sense either.
How much you want to bet that this is a sub website under that Dominion TV? How much you want to bet? Want to make a bet?
It has to be. It has to be.
I have to search it more. Unless you got some
another tab and it takes you to Dominion. I bet. It expires 5/1/25. Thank you, Deb.
The biblical meaning of R-I, you mean? I don't know. Let's look it up.
That is interesting. That's an interesting question. Dun and Bradstreet. What is what? A bread company? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Check company's house or bun.
Interesting.
Bradstreet for company, and then done. Check company's house or done in Bradstreet.
So for the one who asked about the biblical meaning of R-I, and I went into, which I study through all the time, openbible.info, and put R-I in the search, and what came up was Genesis 1:26. Then God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creature.
There you go.
It's dominion. It's dominion.
There you go. That's TrueCrime Desti-Ri. I bet you Destiny is TrueCrime Desti-Ri.
What's that? Where'd you get that from? Where's that from? That Dun and Rachel? Where'd you get that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Hide and seek. Can you
Duns and Bradstreet is it gives you it's about the businesses. It's about all businesses.
I'm telling you, my
Bradstreet.
intuition is just going beep, 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 beep. As soon as I seen stock photo, my mind is just, whoa, no, this.
And they're
hold
not on there?
chick-
Last updated 7/23.
What? What?
It was last updated July 23rd.
It's tomorrow.
What?
Today. That's because
Not yet,
that's
man.
because
It's
they're on the run.
9:45 p.m.
Dude.
So that, oh, hold on. It's 7:23:24 in frickin' Africa, yo. It's 9:45 here in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
It ain't nowhere close to 7:23:24. This is overseas somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because when you're dealing with overseas and internet and companies and stuff like that, the laws
They can't
are
get you
a hell
anything.
of a lot
Yep.
more lax
That's
than
That's
they
right.
are
They can't
here.
get you for anything.
You can get away with so much more stuff. Oh, hell no.
This
Y'all
is
ain't that
Or-
smart. We're
much
figuring it
cheaper.
out.
Or she could be using a VPN.
That too.
Oh,
That
that's
too.
also possible.
That too.
Deb,
That's-
I'm sorry if you guys don't mind me asking. Deb, are you looking in the, let me see, let me call it. Are you inspecting the page? Are you going into the inspection of the page that where you're getting your info? Like going in the back? Nigeria, yeah.
This is the new
Must
name,
be-
and I'm calling you right now. TrueCrime Desti-Ri instead of Destiny. That's what you're called now. TrueCrime Desti-Ri.
Where'd Deb go?
Let me see.
Oh, still looking.
She's probably looking up
She's
something.
probably looking.
It's popping in and dropping information too.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
Yes, here, let me
I would think Africa would be the place.
well, I mean, well, like you said.
Well,
you
it
can
could
do-
be Pakistan. It could be India.
It could be just like you said, a VPN.
Yeah, it is.
What
the
if you're trying to
22nd.
watch? You're trying to watch. It's where?
It's the
Pakistan?
22nd here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 23rd over there.
Yeah, like really. I mean, like if you're watching something and you want to watch it and it's available in Britain or something, you just do your VPN for over there.
That's right.
And so they used a VPN to block the IP address of who was doing this on purpose. That's the only reason you use a VPN if you're going to do this with the VPN and have another country as your VPN instead of, your location or whatever, or another location by you. Why would you pick across the country? Because then if something happens, is this why? Because if something happens legally because of the VPN, because of the IP being somewhere else, then that means, hey, we can.
Well, I would wonder how interested the Attorney General's office of South Carolina would be of somebody locally breaking laws, pretending like they're in another country.
Yo.
Deb, I reckon that that doesn't tell you where it originated, right? I guess even with a VPN, you wouldn't be able to tell. You know what? This link needs to go to the authorities. This is how I see it.
I started looking into Dominion before they started getting popular. It's so funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's just amazing how God works, because I heard about Dominion from a guy out there. Okay. And then he said, you need to look into them. And I was like, well, why are you being all secret about it? He said, well, I don't know. I just know that their name comes up a lot in our meetings. And I was like, oh, okay. So I heard that. Okay. So I started looking at what's Dominion. Then I found Dominion TV. And then I was like, found out that it was on Restaurant Road. Then I found out they're connected to the King's. It's called the King's House. And then I started looking into it, and all of a sudden it wasn't even a day or two that, that video dropped where JP came out and spilled the beans saying the dare to care. Remember that? And then and so then and I actually looked into even before Agatha May and all that did it. Not that anything special. I'm just saying something told me, and then when it hit, it's like these little puzzle pieces. You know what I mean? Something that seems like it's irrelevant, you know, and I just put it in the back of my mind, and then I go, oh, wait a second. Just like what you were talking to me about the other night, Ann, and I said, yeah, remember we talked about that, and you said it's a little bit higher, you know, that you were filing for that thing. Remember you told me when you were texting that girl right then about getting that paperwork, and I said, yep, I had that same thing. Remember we were talking about it?
Right.
So
I just one moment, Jay, just 1 second, hon. Just give me a second.
go ahead. I'm muting. Go ahead.
Detective Golden, where did you find out True Crime Re was based out of UK?
What?
Where did you hear that?
Hold on, let me check my mod
Dominion
chat.
broadcast Solid Rock sermons to Africa, right?
Hold on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let me check my mod
Everything's
chat.
in the details right on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn. Oh, you got to be friggin' kidding me. Hold on.
So this is supposedly True Crime Re's voice, okay? Let me hear this voice because if anybody can do me a favor, if you can go to my live stream, I don't even know if her voice showed up on my stream. Let me listen to this voice. I need to see if this voice.
How'd you get that?
This is a video on TikTok, and it's. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh yeah, True Crime Re came out at the very beginning of this whole thing, posting a video saying, and remember she was cursing in it. And if you don't think I'm real, remember I've been looking for that for a long time. Does anybody remember that? Where True Crime Re came out and she was like cursing, saying, if you don't think, and anybody come, does anybody remember that? That's another puzzle piece.
I heard somebody, I can't remember who it was.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, what was her name? Dr.
That's a good question.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, she was on a dangerous mission, right, Chris?
I can't, Dr. something. I'll have to ask somebody to get that. Hold on.
I watched it a couple of times.
Right there, that would explain the England calls.
Isn't this fun, everybody? Isn't this fun and exciting? This is great.
To me on the phone, I gotta go. England's calling.
Yep.
This is why this community is
and then even in one of his videos, he was saying, yeah, I go overseas. The times are all different because of England. Remember, we were actually talking about that the other night too, Ann, remember?
That's where Geneva comes from too. That's right. I kept going, why do I have Geneva in my head? Right, Kylie?
Today as well.
Geneva, the whole Geneva thing. It was on LinkedIn originally, but she changed it to Geneva, Illinois. That's right.
What? Wait a minute. Wait.
So that's on duplichecker.com.
Duplichecker.com says that it was created yesterday, that website.
3 hours. Less than 3 hours, nearly around 3 a.m.
You're right, hide and seek. It was created. Yes, that's right. It's not May. That might have been something else. That might have been Coastal, something or whatever. No, it's actually been created. I knew it. I knew it was created yesterday. Rush job. You got it, Chris. Dude.
Oh, they're backpedaling, but they're getting caught.
We need that snap guy.
Yeah, and you don't need people that say they work for the FBI giving you a bunch of BS. You just
Dr. Leslie, thank you. Dr. Leslie was the one who made that comment about I'm going to go after anybody that questions the authenticity.
Yeah.
CJ, put that picture up that I sent you on your text.
Right on.
I got that today.
All right, hold on.
Uh,
Here, let me play this video real quick. We'll get to that in a second. Let me play this real quick for everybody. I'm going to mute the music too. And I need to listen to this voice. Because I talked to Destiny And I was actually thanking them for being a news organization that was coming to talk to the protesters, because none of the other news organizations were. Just said, oh yeah, I watched your channel. I was like, oh okay, that's cool. So, and she was like, you're CJ, right? Yeah. So she watches our show. She's watching us right now, probably.
Be
Let's be
afraid.
honest.
Yeah. She's watching our show, but she's never heard of anything about what did she say the other on the stream? She said, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about Mike or what's going on. I'm just here neutral.
Right. And she knew you're CJ, right? But I'm used to that. I'm used to not knowing, somebody that knows me, and it's, so it's like, to me, I don't even think anything about it. Kylie, I'm scared to just say too much, but CJ, please find that Illinois police report.
Oh, I heard something about that too, where the lady looked up about John Paul Miller out of Illinois. So it's the same. Only thing is it's 1 inch different between 6'2" and 6'1" height, and it's a bunch of things about being a minor, being incarcerated, pot, drinking. But I'm not sharing anything, not slandering. I'm just saying that it's coincidence.
I had seen it too, and I wasn't really sure if it was the same
Right.
as John Paul Miller. So,
but I think that's why they're bringing up Illinois.
Yeah, Geneva, Illinois. Geneva,
Yeah.
Illinois. Yeah.
Where are you, Detective Golden?
He has a charge in Illinois.
Well, several charges: drinking.
True crime re.
There was a DV. It was domestic violence in that.
Husband. True crime re put the criminal records of Micah's mom and her husband online today, using it for distractions or blame for what reason? They had nothing to do with.
There you are. Okay, I found you, Detective Golden. I found you.
Here, let me play this video real quick here. This is crazy stuff.
It's just being honest with people and transparent, like some other people aren't. When you're trying to have an adult conversation and they mute you when you're accusing them of something and backing it with proof, and they mute you, like, that's weak. So whatever.
Major.
Yeah. And apparently Kai and I were the same person.
Well, we're all the same
person.
Yeah, we're all the same person. We're all using voice changers, so this makes sense.
I mean, my voice might sound different than typically because I'm sick, but it's about to sound a whole lot worse. I'm only in day 2.
She don't sound British. Unless she can pull off, unless she just moved there, or she can pull off a hellacious American accent. There's no Britain in that. Listen.
No, but didn't she say something about
transparent? Like,
didn't she say something about changing the voices?
No, that guy said it's like we all have a voice changer. He was making a joke. He wasn't being serious.
So can we?
Because they were all saying this, that it's the same person. That's why the guy said, "Oh, because we all have voice changers."
Let me
it wasn't even legit. Listen to the accent and tell me if you hear any United Kingdom in it. And I know there's some of y'all that watch the show from across the pond. Let me know.
Oh yeah, what about Chris? Chris?
Does this sound anything like somebody that lives in the UK?
It's just being honest with people and transparent, like some other people aren't.
It sounds Valley
Girl. Have an adult conversation and they mute you when you're.
I was going to say the same thing. Southern wannabe Valley Girl. Southern wannabe Valley Girl.
Weak. So whatever.
Major.
This is coming back to Virginia, dear.
Some other people aren't. When you're trying to have an adult conversation and they mute you when you're accusing them of something and backing it with proof, and they mute you, like, that's weak. So whatever.
No,
that's South Carolina. It's 100% South Carolina. It sounds just like my nieces.
Yeah, I talked to Destiny. I know her voice, and that I'm telling you right now. I bet
So
you it's
that the IP address to that website is coming back to Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn, Virginia.
Wix.com.
Is there
GoDaddy, yeah.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Does that have some? Is there something to do with Virginia and Dominion TV?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same thing. Go ahead.
I don't see Solid Rock having something in Virginia, but I would see Dominion TV. I wonder if that has something to do with some kind of what? There's it's got to be Dominion TV. I don't see why Solid Rock.
It's Dominion Energy in Virginia. That's
No,
weird.
it's got to be. I bet you in Virginia, there's some sister company.
There's Dominion Productions in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
There you go. It's
That's
like
it. You hit it.
Like I said, it's got to be like a sister company.
Well, they've got stations. They're trying to set up these stations like TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network.
Yeah,
That's what this whole thing's about. That's what Wayne has been trying to do ever since he got ousted in the 70s and 80s.
These people.
This Dominion TV has connections to Jesse Duplantis and all those big preachers.
Mafioso.
Yeah, those fake. I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
I don't know nothing about mafioso.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that. I'm just
No.
copying his word and his laugh.
I know.
Mafioso.
He is pathetic.
That's funny, Ann. I got that, and I know you know what I mean.
And that voice is not. There's no British at all in that accent. That is straight up American. That's Valley Girl. That.
I think we should have a little. I think we need to do what they're doing. We need to have a little sister protest over at the King's house at Dominion TV.
It says.
And where is that located? Where is that?
It's probably like 15 miles, 10, 15 miles, right off of bypass 17. It's not far away at all.
It says,
Friggin'
it says, Coastal Life Media is a multimedia company that provides services and opportunities to investigative reporters, video, and photography freelancers. The company's primary focus is to develop the capabilities of freelance journalism from various backgrounds to produce documentaries, investigation reports, as well as media that serve the public interest, particularly in the coastal regions of Georgia, Florida, and the Carolinas. Connect with us for more details.
Agatha May did say that they were from somewhere else. I saw somebody ask that.
Probably Florida.
Yeah, we know Dominion
No, it
TV.
was up north. It was
We've
up
been talking about it. We knew that before everybody else did, because we're there. We're on the ground.
And do you have Agatha's number? Ask Agatha if you want to give her my number.
Oh, I'd love to talk to her, but I haven't.
I already read the thing, Kid Kitty. It's sitting on the screen right here.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
She popped up on my TikTok, and I don't know if she was trying to request or if it just came up. I don't know why.
What
I saw Agatha May.
Is the church gonna make a documentary about? Oh hell no! Are they gonna use us in a documentary?
Did you see what I sent you? Did you see what I sent you?
If they want to see a huge lawsuit, sure, go right ahead.
CJ, are you referring to what I sent you?
No, I'm referring to this comment right here that's on my screen.
Look at what I sent you on text. Read it.
All right, let me finish what I'm saying.
No. It's about the documentary and the guide.
No, Chris. But thank you. That's a compliment.
Oh, I'm not reading chat, but you see it? You see it, CJ, on your
I see
text?
a
It's on your phone.
I see a screenshot of a YouTube chat.
They're telling them, hey, they're telling the protesters that they better have bail money next week. And also, they said about this guy when he finishes his documentary. Read it. Look at it.
Won't be anonymous. Won't be. Go ahead.
Go ahead. That was sent to me about 3 hours ago.
Won't be. Go ahead.
What was it? What was sent? I'm sorry. Oh, so somebody sent some thread online. Let the authorities have it. Remember that time, date, platform, and exactly. You have a screenshot of it, obviously. So give that to the authorities, please.
I sent it to. He's looking at it. What it says on there is it says this guy here definitely about to put in some work. And they go, really? And they said, won't be any more protest after this man's done with his documentation. Oh, I thought it said documentary. And then it says, you think? And then it says, you'll see next weekend, y'all better bring bail money.
Yeah.
And so I want to see who that guy is. I want to see if he's connected to Dominion. So that's why I'm asking you to share it and get your investigators, your angels out there, and Ann.
CJ, was that lawyer hired? You know?
I don't know who this guy is, but hang on. I'm gonna send you a closer screenshot of him. Hang on.
I'm trying to zoom into it. Hold on. I'm
gonna send it to you. I've got one.
Sent it to me already.
Yeah,
but I got.
Yeah, I'm trying to open it up so I can zoom.
Username, everything has to be sent to the authorities. All of it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get. I'm on a mobile. I'm on the road setup here, so it takes me a little longer than when I'm in the studio.
I just text you a zoomed in.
We're good, man. I'm getting to it. Just give me a moment.
So we better bring our bail money, huh, this weekend, protesters.
Detective Golden, I sent you a Facebook message. Could you send me a link to that? A TrueCrime Desti-Ri LinkedIn that you saw. Just send me the link to it. Would you mind doing that for me, please? I can't find it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So it shows.
Did you see what I sent you? There.
Okay. That was this weekend because
Loki.
I don't think he was. No, this right here is Nick. That's Nick.
Yeah, but the name says Loki.
This guy here definitely about to put in some work. It looks like Nick. Who?
I sent you a second text. That's a blown up shot of him after you read these.
Won't be any more protesters after this man is done with his documentation. You think?
Okay, I got somebody texting me. I think it's somebody important. He says, I got something to share with you. So,
it's just a conversation between Angie Brown and Loki. That's odd. You think? You'll see next weekend. Y'all better bring bail money.
Trying to find this guy.
We better bring
I got this guy trying. He keeps on blowing up my phone. I think he's watching and he's trying to tell me something. He says, Jay, I got to tell you something, and I cannot get how I can read what he's trying to tell me. If you're watching, can you send it to my text? Do you have my phone number?
Or he can just send it to my email and it'll go right to the.
Yeah, I know who it is. I'm trying to find out if he wants what he's trying to tell me.
What does that profile picture look like?
Oh shoot! What happened here? Hold on.
You know who you are. You just sent me. It's coming up on my phone, but you send it. Can you send it to my phone? If you put it up, it'll come up real quick, and I can read what you're going to say.
That's Facebook, right, Jay?
That was a screenshot that was sent to me, and that's the only thing on that page. That I think it's or it might be Facebook or TikTok, but no, it's
a Facebook group.
I don't know.
What a Facebook group?
That was sent to me by itself. And when I went and looked that person up, whoever those people are talking, they only have videos of their children from like 4 years ago, like growing up and doing like little silly things at Disney World and stuff. That was by itself in these two people talking, and that was sent to me. Does that make sense?
I just need to know what platform it's on.
Gosh, I can't remember. Let me try to go and find it. I mean, let me go into my text and see if I can see if it's TikTok or Facebook. Hold on.
He was going back and forth with you.
Right now on live, somebody is trying to talk to me right now. Not the person that sent me that. Somebody totally different.
No, I'm responding to a comment in chat.
There's no info on that shot.
And that's TikTok. That's TikTok. That's TikTok.
TikTok. Yep, it's TikTok. The heart. Yep, the save. So whoever did it saved it.
Somebody went to that lady's page that was talking about it. These two people were talking.
Okay.
And that lady's page, I went and looked at it, and that's the only thing on there.
I got it.
You see it? And then she's just got videos of her children. I don't know who these people are, and I don't know who sent it to me. I do know
We'll
who.
get to News Nation in a little bit. We're kind of occupied right now. If you want to go watch the News Nation interview, go ahead.
Super.
We're digging into something else real quick.
That was done yesterday, and I got it today. That's a conversation of something that went down yesterday, which was obviously this thing with Dominion. Because I told you I've been looking into Dominion.
Right there.
And it was so amazing because I got cut off, and maybe it was God cut me off, or I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say anything. But remember I said I shouldn't say anything, and then I said I'm going to say it anyway. And now I'm going to say it. I'm wondering if I should keep my mouth shut. I'm trying to think. Yeah, let me just hold it for a minute.
There's so much to get into. I got so much information.
I'm going to say it.
I might as well follow her back. Okay. I just asked her to give me
Angie Brown is one of the protesters.
Is she? Is Angie Brown one of the protesters?
Is it? Hold on.
Or is she connect? Yeah. See, that's why I'm saying I don't know, but God had me come on y'all tonight. I didn't even know I was going to be on tonight. CJ didn't give me a text or anything. Well, I mean, he texted me earlier, but he didn't say anything about the. He told me about the show, but he didn't say I was going to be on.
Oh, that it's got to be because look, it's her here and her here. It's the same. So let me zoom in on the face.
She look familiar to you, CJ?
She could be totally innocent. I don't know. Maybe this person was tagged her. I don't know, but it was sent to me.
She seems innocent on the chat.
Yes.
I saw the chat. She was like, "What?" Yeah.
Yeah, it could be old too. I'm trying to think.
Well, then check the other person. Check the other person and find out who that guy is in the picture.
That's what we're looking for. How much you want to bet this freaking JP? Such a loser.
Loki. Wow.
Well, why not? He's been Zeus, little Zeus.
It looks like a witch. It looks like a witch. It's got like a half moon.
Yep. It looks like a witch or warlock.
Keep it there.
Yeah.
Remember they mentioned witches and warlocks in the show? There's a reason for this, people. I'm telling you. I get so much stuff that I don't even know how to put it all together, and I need help. And CJ, I need you to come over, CJ.
Yeah, it's obvious about fake pics. Shit, you want to help me get my work out of the way? Hey,
You can work over here. I have your own room, buddy.
it ain't even that,
Do I
man.
know
It's,
something? They're not coming up. It's as if they're like gone. They're not coming up.
There's something here. It's a clue. There's something here.
what are they planning this weekend? That's what I want to know. They're planning something for this coming weekend, y'all.
I say speak to no one. Anybody that walks up to you, hand you anything, whatever, just be like, thanks.
It's a good thing I recorded all too.
Oh yeah.
And you better believe I'm recording before I even show up.
Everybody in here knows that now that I came out, I've held so much stuff for so many weeks, and I'm still not sharing it to this minute. But now I'm sharing stuff that I feel like I can share. Nobody's directing me except God, okay? But I do have connections.
Loki,
Not, you know what I'm trying to say.
sounds like JP. Absolutely, Debbie. I agree with you. I really think that it's Monday. There's plenty of time to get in touch with that attorney. We need to find that attorney that was willing to cover the protesters and get her there. That's what I think should happen.
I think we
Okay,
all,
so my buddy's texting me. I sound like my buddy's texting me, says I'm trying to help out too from PAJ. I think I seen her pic, Jay, trying to look for it again. All right, since you're watching and you know who you are, send it to me like you did just now, okay? I'll wait. And don't worry, I will not care who you are. He's saying to me, please, I'm asking you, I'm reading this, you know who you are, but I'm not giving any information. I'm just reading what you're saying to me. Thank you, Jay.
I'll find it for you, Kylie.
Protesters, do me a favor, please reach out to me. We all need to have if we can meet somewhere, reach out to me, please. We need to meet somewhere. This isn't a thing where we can all hang out. If some people need to be on the phone while other people meet, something.
Preach it.
We need to
I was thinking the same thing. We need to all be together somewhere, and I want to rent a place or have a place like we have our own meeting place, CJ. That's great.
It can just be a park at a shelter house. And please, anybody that's in contact with any of them, I'm going to reach out. The word of mouth is quicker. Please start sending the message now, because I'm still going to be doing a show for another 2 hours probably. Send it out. I just got 80. Still in chat, please reach out to everybody. Whatever day you guys need, please tell me. Whatever your day, time, let me know. I will be there. We need to meet. Check my email.
Yep, I just got 89 messages. I got 89 messages right now, and I do not have time, everybody, whoever is just sending me stuff right now. But we're going to meet. CJ, we've got to do this. We are going to figure this thing out, and then we'll present it to who needs it, okay? Because I was told they have limited resources, even though they've got more than they should have on this case. This is what I was told. They've got more than they should have on this case, but they've got limited resources, is what they told me. So we all need to do this so we can give it to them.
That's why I'm here. That's why
they trust you, CJ.
I know. I see my email. What do you want me to check? I got 2 emails. CJ. Okay, that was from Princess, and then.
Oh my gosh, I got 100 now. 101.
I know the accent. I don't understand what I'm missing. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
People, I'm not going to be able to read all these, especially right now while I'm on live. So just have patience. I will read them all before I go to bed tonight if I have to stay up until 4 in the morning. And I'll get back to you.
You can hop off and answer them and then come back if you need to.
It's 107 now. There's just way too many. There's no way.
Protesters, please. I don't care what day it is, what time it is, whatever the day and time you guys need it. That's your schedule. I'm there. We got to get together, y'all.
We're going to hold our own church service.
I understand that things happen each week. I've been telling you, I've been there every week from the beginning. I've been telling you every week it gets more and more and more and more and more.
Well, they're desperate.
But right here, bring your bail money and a documentation. We look up the website. It's to create documentations.
This is no accident, CJ, and there's no accident that I'm on here. There's no accident. This was sent to me. I had no idea this was going to happen.
Okay, do me a favor. I don't know who the protester was. that found the name of the attorney, but can you get me that attorney's name and number?
Who was it? I think it was Melissa.
It's probably good. I need to text her and ask her, because she would probably have it because of their case. So
if it's not Melissa, she knows who it is. But I thought it was Melissa.
Yeah.
I was busy all day, people, and I've got to.
Appreciate you, 411. Thank you.
Micah's dog is named Loki. It's
Sorry,
friggin' JP. He's such an idiot. Oh my God, this guy's an idiot. You're an idiot. I think you're an idiot. And I tell
you made me bust out laughing. This guy. Remember when I say LOL? You made me bust out laughing for real. This is exactly what I do when you say, "Oh my goodness, this guy's an idiot."
Justice for JP. Okay, nothing's gonna happen on Sunday. There you go.
I don't know. No.
They're planning something.
And what I was saying earlier with the whole implosion thing in the intro of the show, that's why I was saying we need your freaking prayers more than ever this weekend, because I see the Kraken and I feel like that it was going to intensify this weekend. This right here, this is everything I was saying in the intro. This right here, what is going on?
I've got 144 messages to go through, people.
Jay,
something's going down. Something's going down, man.
Jay, that's my life every day. Every day, my life.
You should see my inbox.
Yeah, it's
try like 7,000.
Yeah, please. Yeah, just please tell everybody. Only contact us if you have something that's pertinent to this case, please.
No, send me anything, please. Because it's amazing what I find in between the lines.
Scratch that. Okay, I go with your advice. Send me whatever you need, people.
I need the attorney's name and number. That's one, because I want to speak to the attorney if you guys will allow me. Before the show, we actually did a massive prayer. I mean, I can't explain it any other way, but let's just put it. It was definitely symbolic. Let's put it that way. It was a symbolic prayer, like they did in the Old Testament. Jay knows what I'm talking about. Like what Moses did with the stick. That's a symbolic thing. Okay.
Yes.
So, and we went against all of this, and I find it amazing. It's like God's going, here's more evidence. Here's more evidence. And she's just handing it. So, I think the attorney needs to be spoke to. Yes, I felt like that should have been done 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it needs to absolutely be done now. Awesome. Awesome. Caddy is awesome.
Yeah, my angels are amazing.
Yeah, and there's a woman on TikTok that's willing to also pay for a couple of hours for the attorney. We want to cover, so we definitely need that attorney. Yeah, to protect you, even if she's just there sitting in her car watching. Because we're talking about your constitutional rights here.
Okay. Well, he sent me a text back. He said, "Jay, I have a hard time finding the pic. Tell CJ and Ann we'll send you the pic, and soon as I find it, tell CJ and Ann thank you for the great work, and God bless them and watch over them."
Right.
Geneva.
Is that it?
There's another Geneva, Illinois. This is the TrueCrime Desti-Ri stock photo.
Yes. Okay. That was the stock photo. I found that. Oh, I thought you found TrueCrime Desti-Ri. Okay. Yes.
No.
Thank you for your work, Pennsylvania. I'm calling you Pennsylvania online. Thank you for your work, Pennsylvania. Thank you. God bless you.
That was created. Believe it or not.
Yeah, we went through these already.
March 7th. Yeah.
We went through these already, because I see the other photos now too.
Yeah.
Oh,
is it still up?
Yeah, we went through these. Yeah, we went through these because this one is where the United Kingdom comes in. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're putting it right now, so it's a good review. It might start something in everybody.
Hold on. Yeah, we went through those already in a previous show. Let me see. There was something else.
Yeah, it did disappear. No,
Hold on. Here's this. JP's remarks for protesters. All right. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Is this
Can't
it?
tell you how
Yeah.
many people say they hate TikTok.
Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. And trust me, if anybody is out there and comes, I will protect you, no doubt. Don't be scared not to come. Stand by me. I will protect your ass. 150. That ain't.
I'll be there as well. I'll be there as well. With you, CJ.
So this is from. Okay, so this is from ABC 15 News, and I think this was from. No, this is the same news station that has the thing that we're going to get into here in a few too. The video that he went on and did another interview. It says John Paul's remarks for protesters. A group of people have repeatedly stood outside Solid Rock Church since her passing, holding signs that read "Justice for Micah." John Paul says, "I want her to be remembered as a woman who loved her church more than anything." The very church that these idiot protesters, they're not even protesters, they're just un-American people who are trying to scare Christians, but they're coming against the thing that Micah loved. She loved her church more than anything, and that's a good thing to be remembered by. By the way, she loved her husband more than anything in the world, Mike. Some people think that you're to blame for. Mike says some people think that you're to blame for her passing. What would you say to them? John Paul says that they're the biggest idiots on the planet Earth. I am the only one actually. What?
Always with the ad hominems. That's how you know it's JP. Always with the ad hominems.
I am the only
I'm
one.
sorry,
that tried
CJ.
I'm the only one that tried to. Hold on. Mike said, some people think that you're to blame for her death. What would you say to them? John Paul says that they're the biggest idiots on planet Earth. I'm the only one actually not to blame. I'm the only one that tried to keep her alive. The 48 people I went to and said the 48 people that you went to and told them that she needs her lithium or she's going to commit unaliving, don't let her get a gun. They had the information, especially her family. Did nothing with me. She never unalived herself. With me, she's happy, healthy, and whole. The 48 people that you went to tell?
Well, that's 48 of his 350, so that leaves 302 left.
And we're not even American. You know what? You know how, okay. So there's one thing that because I'm not from here, but I'm obviously around here and have been a lot. The one thing that I noticed about South Carolina is the patriotism is at the frickin' max, right? This right here, they're just un-American people. I'm wondering, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm wondering when it comes to this whole thing about, they better have their bail money and won't be any more protests after this man is done with his documentation. That's not a documentary, that's a documentation. He's documenting something. And it makes me wonder, is he writing some sort of article that's going to infuriate people that are very patriotic because we're considered un-American and unholy? The two things that is very
well that's what that interview was out there for. It was try to get us and trick us up and put different words in our mouths and make us say different things so that the documentation makes sense. It's all pre-planned.
CJ, can you send that to me, because I will be having a response to that in the morning.
Yeah.
I've already got
Ann, I can send it to you. You want me to send it to you, Ann?
Yeah, the way he just read about un-American protesters.
Oh, yeah, I can
I know you're listening, JP, so I got an answer to you. Stay awake.
Yeah.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
You did it again. Stay awake, JP. He's up late, and don't worry, he's up late. He's up late.
Have a little more of that nose candy, JP. I'll be with you in the morning.
What is PA? Why would we be worried about Pennsylvania, if we're not even by Pennsylvania?
Woo, I am so pissed off right now.
No. One of my buddies is in Pennsylvania. That's what I call him because I don't want to reveal who it is.
I mean, number one, okay, you guys just ask me one thing. Please just let me blow up for 1 second. You've got to be friggin' kidding me that you're worried about protesters using their First Amendment rights to protest outside your church and harassing you. When you harassed that woman after she left you, you wouldn't leave her alone. You are a POS, dude. You are super king of piece of shit. You hear me? Oh my God, help me, Jesus. Woo! I am hot. Sorry, guys. I love you.
Amen.
No, we're emotional.
That's the first. We just got a video on a live stream because that would have made a perfect video. And
you harassed this girl, wouldn't leave her alone, had tracking devices on her, went through her phone, and you're gonna cry because they're harassing me on Sunday morning. You're an ass, man. You are an ass. You deserve everything you get, brother. I hope it happens tonight. I really hope it happens tonight. Oh, Lord Jesus, please let it happen tonight. Oh,
we told him he's running out of time. We've both been warning him, and so many other people's been warning him. Ooh. And you see it. God is revealing truth. I'm telling you, it's ramping up, JP. You are running out of time, buddy.
And out of air. Oh my goodness, I gotta go lay down. I just lost my Jesus. So true, Busby.
Hey.
So true. I'm not gonna go repent. I've been repenting.
Busby, I read that comment earlier. You and the other girl do need to start a comedy show. Y'all are great.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. Absolutely. JP, you should be shaking in your boots. You met your match.
We need your prayers, y'all. We need your prayers big time this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what's weird?
Woo.
Is this, man.
Wow.
And after that weekend went by, I was like, okay, thank you. You know what's weird is a couple weeks ago, somebody that was walking by during the protest was talking to us and thanking us for being there for Micah. And they were like, making some jokes about the people in the congregation and such, right? And the creepy thing they said to me is they're like, man, I would hate to see anything happen to where somebody like drove a car into you guys or something. And then all of a sudden, but the barriers got up. So to me, I'm like, okay, that's why if I was there the first week that the barriers got up, I'm sitting there going, because I was there the night before. I showed up to Myrtle Beach. I did the drive, and I was like, I'm still wired up from the drive. I'm gonna drive down to Myrtle Beach, and I'm gonna go down there at night, right? So I was walking around at night. That's when I was getting followed by that truck that had the stickers all over the back windows, right? And that's when I was sitting there and I was talking about the barricades, and I was like, this is a weird spot that they're putting it on. If they're trying to separate the church from the protesters, then why wouldn't the barricades be on the other side of the sidewalk? And that's when I said, it's almost like they're trying to prevent something from spilling out into the street the way that they have them set up. You can go back to the live and see me saying it.
Wow.
And now it's crazy because now it's making me remember, because I'm looking at these words here about, bail money and we won't be anymore after the documentation. Then I'm starting to think about somebody that was, I thought it was it was somebody that was supportive of us, and there's so many people there. And the comment, kind of caught me off guard, obviously, but the barriers were there. I was kind of watching for everybody and everything went good. And after it was like, okay, cool. That's cool. Now I don't know, man. We have to sit here and anything, even if it's the smallest something, anybody, the protesters, if you guys remember anything over the last 4 weeks that anybody has might have joked or, you know, where it made you go like, huh? But then you just were like,
Yeah.
Try
Yeah,
and remember those.
every
Dig
detail
into your
counts.
brain. Dig into your brain from the last 4 weeks and see if you can, because that thing right there, it just popped into my head and I didn't even think about it for this whole time until then. Do me a favor. We all need to get together, dig into your brain, see if you remember anything like this, because I guarantee you, if they're dropping little hints like this, I guarantee you little hints were dropped to us, almost like a narcissistic trait. Listen, we done told them. Hey, I walked up to this person and I told him, you know, this and this and this, almost like a power trip kind of thing.
Somebody had said that he's watching. They think he's watching the live and laughing. Dude, let him laugh.
He's been watching since we
Let
first
him
showed
laugh.
up.
He who laughs last laughs best. So,
Sam's the
And
one
by
that
the way,
told me.
CJ, I just got a text. CJ, I just got a text from Kelly, and she said that she won't be back until next week. Kelly, do you know who that is? The protest. She said, "Tell CJ I won't be back until next week."
Okay.
Oh.
Ann, are you glad you stuck around, dear?
This is a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a show in the morning on. I'm gonna rebut that whole thing that that CJ was reading. Is that what you just found, dear? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
The statement
Oh, you got it?
that CJ.
If not, I can send it.
I need the text though because. Oh, you sent it to me. Thank you.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, everything that they do, it's going to fail immediately. He's going to figure that out when he's in cuffs, being dragged away.
Hey, see, and you got to go, and you got to go. She's got to go. CJ, can we say goodnight to Ann?
Yeah,
Let's pray. Hey, Ann, since you're the guest, you're the star. Can you say a prayer before you go?
Oh, Jay, take it over because I might just start calling on.
She wanted to go before you came on, bro. What are you talking about?
I know.
What are you telling me for?
No,
she came on before
no, I'm sorry because I don't know if you're seeing chat. She's texting me in the back chat. She's saying her back is starting to hurt her, and I'm saying, okay, I'll say something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I told her a long time ago that before the show even, I even told her like.
I'll say a quick prayer if you want. I'll say a quick prayer. All right. Father God, Lord of hosts, in the name of Jesus Christ, first of all, please forgive me, Lord God, for losing my temper and being vulgar in the name of Jesus Christ. Cover my sins with the blood of Jesus. I am asking you, Father God, for you to do a Jeremiah 30:23 on the wicked that is in the Myrtle Beach and in Solid Rock, Father God. The murderers and the liars, Lord God, in the name of Jesus Christ, I'm asking for you to descend down in this hour to take them out, Father God, the way you've taken out the Egyptians in the Red Sea, the way you took out Sodom and Gomorrah, the way you took out the Assyrians, Lord God. I'm asking for you to take these people out right now in the name of Jesus Christ in your way, Father, your wrath, your judgment. We are in the season of judgment, Father. You show them. They've challenged you, Lord God. You answer their challenge.
That's right. Yes, Father.
In the name of Jesus Christ, Father, and I also ask for legions of powerful warrior angels to surround every one of those protesters, Lord God. Protect them in body and soul and spirit and legally, Lord God. Let nothing touch them. Nothing in the name of my Lord Yeshua HaMashiach. And I cover them with the blood of Jesus, Father God. Thank you for exposing wickedness, Lord God. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In the name of Jesus Christ, we pray in agreement. Amen. Woo! Yes, Lord.
Crazy night.
God bless
it's not done
you,
yet.
CJ.
Yeah. And thank you,
This
Ann,
is motivating.
Amen, amen, amen. Right on. Right on. Everybody that's agreeing, you're sending out 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. There you go.
Hashtag justice for Micah too, please, in the Purple Hearts.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Love you guys.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Ann. Thank you for your time this evening.
Okay. You'll hear from me in the morning.
What a night. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
God bless you guys.
Appreciate you. This is nuts. Yeah, we are protected by freedom of speech, but we're not protected by nutballs that do shit, spontaneously. That's what we're worried about. The nutballs that do shit spontaneously. Crazy. All right, we're not done yet, y'all. We still got plenty more show to go. Let me switch to this here. I'm not sure if I didn't know if you were hopping off too, Jay, or not. I don't know what happened. Link is the same. If you needed it. Jeez. From the beginning of the show all the way till now. How did, like... This is just crazy. Thank you, angels. Appreciate you. This is crazy. Okay. So here's the article from 15 News. Micah Miller's... Oh, hold on. There we go. Let me see here. So here's an article. ABC.
Yeah, I was hopping off, but I'll stay here. This is fun.
I think you're listening to the show. You're probably really delayed, man. I said that like a couple of minutes ago. So you might want
to go ahead.
Refresh or something. Micah's Miller husband discusses her passing. I am the one actually not to blame. Okay, so this is where, let's see here, the screenshot. Okay, so John Paul spoke with ABC 15 just days after. Since then, Micah's family's attorney, and community have been outspoken seeking justice for Micah. ABC 15 has reported numerous updates regarding the Miller case. We reached out to John Paul's attorney as we were covering these developments. However, we never heard back until now. John Paul agreed to do an interview to discuss Micah's mental health, the disputes with her family, and allegations. Background. Okay. Let me see here. So this just goes through the basics. Okay, so we did read that part. Now it didn't have it all though. Hold on. Oh, wait, this isn't part of the screenshot. This is something else. Mike, did you ever... Mike, did you... And I apologize, I can't see chat when I'm reading documents. Did you ever physically abuse Micah? Just while I'm here on location at the studio, I can see it. John Paul, never once in any way, shape, or form. Not any type of abuse, not physical, not type of abuse. No type of abuse ever. I took better care of her than any man could have possibly taken care of her in every way, bro. She never had to cook a single meal. She never had to clean, not one time. She never had to work. All she had to do was take her medicine and enjoy her life. And I did everything I could to protect her from the abusive people that were trying to stop her from taking her medicine. Mike, can you tell us about some of the mental health episodes she's had in the past? John Paul, sometimes it's high, like she wants to give away every drop of money we had or buy people things, and sometimes it's low and she wants to stay in bed and she talks about, she wants to end her life. Mike, is it accurate to say that you have had a history of disagreements with Micah's family over her need for medication? John Paul, that is the most accurate statement you could ever make. Mike, why do you think she needed medicine? John Paul, if a doctor, especially 7 doctors, especially nurses and counselors all say this woman needs medicine, or this is a freaking joke. It went from a doctor that wrote it on a piece of paper on the News Nation interview, and now he's saying 7 doctors, especially nurses and counselors, all say this woman needs medicine or she's gonna unalive herself. So that means 24 people should be maybe in prison for oh my gosh, brain fart. An accomplice. Like, if you're gonna charge people,
conspiring, my wife said.
if you're gonna charge people for calling a boyfriend and saying you better do it, and then that girl gets charged for her boyfriend doing it, then I'm sorry, these doctors need to lose their license, these health professionals need to lose their license, and they need to be in fucking jail. And you need to be charged with manslaughter. You need to be charged with manslaughter. It's just 7 doctors. Listen, it says shit, where did it go? Did it move? Right here. Especially 7 doctors, especially nurses and counselors. Now, you could take it as 7 and that's it. He called nurses and counselors doctors. I don't know. You could take it 2 different ways. To me, I could read that statement and say it's 7 medical health professionals. Or I could look at that statement and say 7 doctors, who knows how many nurses and who knows how many counselors. So you mean that there's 2 doctors, 2 nurses, and 3 counselors? Like what? This thing keeps popping up. The tracking device. All right, so this just goes more into it. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. What? Okay, so that just goes into the case info. Okay, I didn't miss anything here. I just wanted to make sure. Later in the interview, John Paul was asked if he had a tracker placed on Micah's car. I wish I could. If had placed on Micah's car, which was something in reference in a police report from March 11th, if he was having her follow, John Paul said he hired a private eye. John Paul hired the private eye to tell me if she would go near a gun store. That was the purpose. I said, can you all track her and tell me if she gets close near a gun store? And they said, we can't track her for that reason. We can tell you if she goes near a gun store, but we have to have something that's like, you know, a divorce going on or something. And I said, well, I guess we are getting a divorce. What? Is that... He just rambles, don't he? Is that one of the reasons you filed for divorce? To have her followed? That's what I just asked myself in my head. No, I filed for divorce before that. Micah's family is trying to get a law named after her called the Coercive Control Bill. They want to call it Micah's Law. They claim that she had a journal, that she was a victim of abusive coercive control. The definition includes things like isolation from family and friends, depriving of basic needs, threats to reveal private information, monitoring communications, and financial abuse. Those are some of the big allegations. Have you ever done any of these things to Micah? John Paul says never. Mike says, what do you think the family is trying to get this law passed and has this journal? JP says they want money. Are you serious? They want money and fame. They'll do anything for money. You think that they sacrificed Micah's freaking life for money and fame? You are out your damn mind. John Paul was in question about specific examples of coercive control listed by Ward. Mike, have you ever tried to isolate her from family? John Paul, Have I ever tried to isolate her? No. I have text messages showing you should give them another chance. She's the one that texts them. Micah loved your family. She did not trust them as far as you could spit. Mike, have you ever threatened to reveal private information of Micah's? John Paul. No, hold on. Oh, so it was one of those no, hold on. I think there was March 11th or 12th when we were at Honda. Well, you knew the day, and it was that March 11th was the day that everything changed. Well, then why would you go or the 12th? Like you don't freaking remember. As I was getting her mail to her, and she yelled something mean to me, and I threatened to show pictures of her. And then the remarks to the protesters is right here. Wow. And there's a video to go with it too. Hold on. All right, it's got some kind of beach thing. Skip ad.
It's been more than 2.5 months since the suicide death of Micah Miller, wife of the pastor of Solid Rock Church in Myrtle Beach. I first talked to Pastor J.P. Miller less than a week after her death. He recently agreed to sit down with me again. During the interview, Miller addresses the protesters outside his church holding hashtag Justice for Micah signs. And I ask him about Micah's mental health, the disputes with her family, and the allegations of abuse. We will be airing that interview tonight on ABC 15 News at 11. Here's a sneak peek.
Did you ever physically abuse Micah?
Never once in any way, shape, or form. Not in any type of abuse, not physical, no type of abuse ever. I took better care of her than any man could have possibly taken care of her in every way. She never had to cook a single meal. She never had to clean, not one time. She never had to work. All she had to do was take her medicine and enjoy her life.
What's up with ABC News 15? Because he's showing the most eye contact I've ever seen him show in any freaking interview.
And I did everything I could to protect her from the abusive people who were trying to stop her from taking her medicine.
To see that interview, tune in tonight for ABC 15 News at 11.
That is the most eye contact I have ever seen him do, ever, when it comes to any kind of interview. My gosh, can't you see the freaking... Remember the thumbnail from earlier this morning, you guys? This is... Oh yeah, that's why he's selling the interviews. He's definitely broke. He was broke before Micah passed. He's definitely selling the interviews. His lawyer didn't advise him shit. He's broke. Like the $2.69 thing. Yeah, because nobody was buying it. That's why it's... Oh, did you guys know that you can hear the first part now? You don't have to pay the $2.69. It's because it didn't work. You didn't get to cash in. Oh, wow. Hold on. There's something else here, too. This is crazy. And I really do feel TrueCrime Desti-Ri. Yeah. I bet your ass is. You know what? Isn't that crazy? The protests before, I'm sitting there going, camera, why can't you just show your face on camera, Ree? You're on TikTok. You're on a platform that shows your face all the time. People show their face all the time. What's wrong? What's up? You can't just walk in front of the camera and do this little something, something. She did show her face on camera. Because we showed the video that I showed you guys last night. You want to see what she looks like? Here. This is from the protest yesterday. It was, I talked to her first, Then I came back around from being on the other side of the church. That's when Allie ran up to me and she's like, CJ, that lady, we looked at her tattoos, everything already. And this was in the morning, you guys. So when we're here, I don't know why people think that we're not the ones breaking the news, but we are the ones breaking the news, even though other people might.
Yeah, all shout out, man. That was awesome yesterday. Melissa and Allie and, iPhone Guru, and you. And it was like, wow, that was incredible. That was awesome.
Let me see here. Yeah, I wanted to try and invite him on the show, but we never got into contact yet. Let me see. Let me see if this is it.
This is crazy. Okay.
No, that's the peach tree. Hold on. Is it this one?
So Allie just came up to me a minute ago, and if you've been watching the live protest, #Justice for Micah, if you've been watching the live protest, you saw earlier in the beginning where a news company came up, or a media company came up and was asking questions to the protesters, taking video, taking photo. Came up, was talking to me. Oh yeah, I think it was probably your live that I was watching, this and that. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out here asking questions, getting both sides of the story, because there's another newspaper out there, the Sun News, that is only promoting one narrative when it comes to what JP is saying is taking place and what's truly taking place and not out here. So
yes, we saw it. Because she came in and said so. Yes, we saw it.
Hey, Allie, I'm glad you're back, dear.
No, I was just saying that was from earlier in the show. Somebody said, hey, did you hear that Allie did this? Yes, she came in the show earlier and said so at 8:54 tonight. So 2 hours ago, she came in and let us know. Appreciate you. Oh, me. It's like, this is why, you know what, Jay, I'm glad you're on, because I wanted to ask you. Because when Chaz was in chat the other night and I blocked him because they were saying stuff that JP would be saying, and I didn't understand why you were so supportive of him. That's why I sent you a couple text messages.
Because I know who he is, and I've been trying to tell you behind the scenes who he is, because I don't want to.
Well, then
I don't want to do that to him.
Then why is
all right? Look in your text, and I'll tell you who he is. But all right, I'll tell you who he is, who Chaz Lightning is. All right, but I am trying to keep people anonymous. All right, when they tell me something, okay.
Well, then why didn't you text me back 3 days ago when I asked you?
I've been trying to tell you. Because I didn't want to tell you, and then you go out and say, "Oh, Chaz Lightning is blah blah," and that because I'm trying to tell you that you got to keep it confident, unless he tells me it's okay, and then I'll just tell it.
Are you telling me if you sent me a text and it said keep it confident that I wouldn't keep it confident if you sent me?
No, not that. I didn't want you to get confused. All right, never mind. Here, I'm gonna text you right now who it is. Hold on.
Yeah, like anybody out there, that if you send me information or you come up and talk to me, if you keep it confident, I always keep your stuff confident. Period. I never give out information, especially if it's being asked to be held confident. That's not something that I'm about.
All right, I just sent you a text. And when I say these things that I keep people anonymous and stuff,
then why does he say the stuff he's saying in my chat? And that's why I blocked him.
Because he's an ex-member, okay? And he has a lot to say. And I've got a story I've got to tell you, but I can't tell you on this stream, okay? But just please, like I said, try to be nice. Don't fight. There's a reason, okay? There's a reason.
Listen, nobody's getting.
He's not a plant, okay? He's not a plant. Just trust me.
I'm not even
all right?
saying
That's all
that.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna trust myself because I've done a damn good job making sure that this community doesn't get exposed to BS.
I know, not saying you're not. Please.
Right now is if this dude. This is why I banned him because of the BS in my chat. So
Oh gosh, I
I'm
know, but
gonna
I think that we're fighting the wrong fight. Just remember how I said I want to change subjects. I know it's touchy for you, but when I tell you, you will understand. You trust me, right? I wouldn't say something just to be talking. Okay.
listen. I have a lot of
Please
personal
just
stuff.
trust me. Okay.
I'm not. Listen, this is who I am, bro. I'm not gonna sit there. Listen, I have bad days too. I have personal stuff in my life going on that would stress the fuck out of people. Okay, I don't sit there and treat anybody any sort of way. So when it comes to this is
All
my
right.
community.
Remember. Okay. I know. Remember what I was saying that I just came from my heart yesterday. And then I said, guys, we have to welcome people with open arms. You know, they're going to run back there. And I'm telling you, people are wrestling with themselves. They're wrestling with themselves.
Care.
It's very
That's
difficult.
fine. I
But you
wrestle
know
with
who I'm
myself
talking
every
about now,
day.
right? Now you
But
read my text. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know who you're
Well, I'm
talking
going to
about.
tell you. I'm going to tell you when I get off the phone and you call me. I will tell you and explain, and you'll go, "Oh." But it's okay. All right. It's okay because what you did
Jay,
from your instincts in your
this is
heart.
what
And I
this is
understand that.
what I'm
And the
trying
same
to
with him.
dude. There was a conversation, a very important conversation I couldn't even have today. I'm telling you, bro, if you can, I don't have time to sit down and talk for an hour or 2 hours because literally I'm so
I
overflowed
know.
with work. I'm doing this to stay alive. You see what I'm saying?
I know. I know.
And I try
know.
and I try and let you know that. Doesn't mean you can't send me an email. Doesn't mean you can't send me a text
All right.
message and say
There is no way that I can tell you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't listen. This is how it is for me. I go through stuff every day. It doesn't give me the right to sit there and talk to anybody in a chat or anybody in my life to talk to the
Right.
way
And I
that
wanted to talk to Chaz
doesn't
about
matter.
that. I know. I wanted to talk to Chaz about that. I tried to tell you this last week. I said I didn't get a chance to see him this week.
Don't
He wasn't even there, you know. And I've been reaching out to him, but I can't reach out to him if everybody blocks him. And I understand he's upset, and I want him to know I understand you're.
And you know what? He should be about the peace, positivity, and progress, bro.
He is.
Because he came from the church, right? Isn't that what you practice? Is peace, positivity, and progress? Even if you're going through trials and tribulations? Am I not correct? Right. Well, then where's it at?
Correct.
Where's
You're
it at?
correct.
That's all I'm saying. I don't deal with it. So we can move on because it's a conversation. I don't care what he's going through. I don't. Because if I'm not treating somebody that way when I'm going through stuff, then I'm certainly not going to take shit from somebody else.
Right. And me trying to be the peacemaker. Right. No, I get it. And me trying to be the peacemaker, I'm gonna take it from your side. You're gonna think I'm taking up for him. I'm gonna get it from his side because he's gonna think I'm taking up for you. But I'm trying to tell you, I understand both sides.
And
I want to explain to you.
I don't need explanation because I don't care. When I ban you, it's because you're not about peace, positivity, or progress. I don't give a shit what you
right. Well, give him a chance. Let me explain, and then maybe after he says apology, and then you say, you know what I mean, and you tell him it's okay, then all that stuff will stop. All that stuff will stop.
We're done with this. If he wants to talk to me at the protest, that's completely fine. I don't need explanation. I don't need to hear any reasons because I know how to protect my community. Period. And that's what I'm doing when I'm doing it. If he's at the protest.
You're right. Yes, you are. You are protecting your community, and I'm trying to tell him that. If he comes at you, and you're reading it wrong, and then he gets mad, and then that's not going to heal anything. So I get you. Okay, well, let's change the subject, please.
Don't read it wrong
if you don't mind.
Because I know what to look for and I know what I don't tolerate.
Okay, well, you know who I'm talking about, right? Agree that you know who I'm talking about now, right?
I already said that.
Okay, so tell him that if he wants to come up and talk to you, you're not going to blow at him and all that stuff, and we're not going to talk about what he said on your channel.
Have I blown up at anybody, even JP?
No, but I'm trying to let him know that he can talk to you, because what if he's inside right now thinking in his mind, he wants me to talk to him and come up to him. If I come up to him, he's going to blow me out. You understand? You get it?
But what No, I don't get it, Jay, because what evidence have I shown anybody that I'm gonna blow out somebody?
Because you're angry. You're mad at him. You blocked him. And he's going to walk up to you and say, hey, I'm so-and-so.
You thought I was gonna blow him away because
No. That was my words. Blow up at him, meaning get angry, blow up, like blah, like Ann did tonight, in a righteous way.
All right, I'm gonna have to mute sometimes if I can't finish. I did not display any kind of negativity towards that dude when I banned him. Go back. Anybody can go back to the previous show where I banned him, and you show me the emotion that I supposedly had. It's a lie. It's called somebody had a fucking problem because I banned them because they're popping off at the fucking mouth, and that don't happen in this community. You ain't gonna sit here and come in my chat in my community and sit there and act like you can say whatever you want to say because you had rotten milk in your damn cereal. I
agree.
How many
I
days
agree.
do I have rotten milk in my cereal? Quite a bit.
I agree.
Do I let it affect my community? No, I don't.
Right.
Let's move
Chaz,
on.
and I agree with CJ. I agree with CJ, but does not mean that I'm not still defending you, Chaz, okay? If you're watching.
Whatever, man. I don't care. I already told him. And if you can't be about peace, positivity, and progress, that ain't too much to ask.
No, I think he can, but just remember where he came from. He came from that thing inside of there telling him one way. And like I said last week, you don't change overnight. It's hard. It's hard.
Do you know how I grew up, Jay? Do you know where I came from?
Yeah, you told me a little bit, yeah.
Do you know the shit that I was exposed to as a child?
Yeah, I know you. Yes, CJ.
Dude, I was around drug dealers that were 30 fucking years old when I was 13, bro. That just gives you a little glimpse of what I was exposed to. I don't care where that dude came from. Come from where I came from. And then sit there. So I have an excuse to be an asshole to somebody or be an asshole to people that I don't even know because I just came in the chat. I have an excuse to be an asshole because I came from a piece of shit church. Fuck that. That's not me. If anybody has a right to be an asshole to somebody, how about me? Because I had to fucking steal when I was a kid just to have something. I had to steal when I was a fucking kid just to have something. That's how poor we were. The government peanut butter, where you go to spread it on the government bread, and the government peanut butter is so damn thick, it tears the damn bread because the bread is junk too. Grow up how I grow up, and then tell me you have an excuse to talk shit or be shitty to people. No, that's not a reason. I don't need a reason. I don't need an excuse. I don't need to hear understanding nothing. Dude wants to, I already said it to him. Dude wants to come up to me and talk to me like a man. That's fine. But to sit there and act like he's going to tell you that I don't want CJ to do this because he was so mad. Go back to the show where I banned him, and I'm guaranteeing you right now, you're going to sit there and go, he wasn't even that upset. I didn't display any negativity. I never displayed any negativity out there. And when you can sit there and see and go to any of my on location, go to any of these shows where I interact with the public, where I have people following me and I have people tailing me and I got to lose tails and I have people pulling up in the driveway next to me, shining their lights on my face and I can't even see who it is. I have all these things going on and I still don't lose my shit. So for anybody to sit there and say, well, CJ might get upset or he might come at me a wrong way or something, you're out of your damn mind. Will I come at you the wrong way? I will come at you the wrong way when you totally disrespect me as a human being. Damn straight, because there's that thing about me. I won't come at you unless you disrespect me like a motherfucker, and then I'm coming after you even way more than you ever thought I would.
I agree. I agree. CJ, can I speak for just 1 second? I'm sorry. Can I?
I'd just like to move on from it, honestly.
Yes.
Man. I
Yes.
didn't even
I want to apologize for making you upset. Okay.
No,
I don't know
it's
how we
called
got here, but just
your reasons for somebody that just because they went to Solid Rock don't mean
no,
shit.
no. I know. There's a little bit more to the story, and we'll talk about it later. Okay. But I'm trying to be quiet because the chat asked me to be quiet, but.
You don't treat.
But I know you're upset, and I really want us to change the subject because everybody was interested in the true crime reading stuff, and I know it's your show.
Bro, when I tell you how I grew up, what the fuck are you gonna tell me that's gonna make a difference in me say, oh, okay, it's okay that he came in and treated people like shit? Nothing.
No, I get it.
That's
I
what I'm
get
trying
it.
to say. Grow up how I grew up, and then tell me you're not mad at the fucking world. Because you're crying when you're in 3rd grade because your mom actually was able to afford to get you some real fucking crayons.
All right, you wanted to move on. I'm ready to move on with you. Okay, what are we talking about right now with this video? If that's okay.
I don't need to hear nothing about any excuse or what he's going through or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's called, as far as I'm concerned, if that's because look at how I treat people and how I grew up, right? So if that's your excuse to treat people like shit because of this and this and this, then you know what? It was already in your damn soul in the beginning. And that's just where I'm coming from. That's why I say, when I give 150 and I don't get at least 100 back, get the hell out of here. Because I already know it's in your soul. I don't need no reason. All right. Yes, we're going to move on from that because for anybody to sit there, y'all can go to any of my shows and see I don't come sideways at people. I've had plenty of times to show you if I was going to lose my shit and come sideways at people, it would already done happen, especially when I'm dipping tails, when I have 5 cars following me, when I'm just trying to search for a missing freaking kid. All right. Let me go back to playing this video. This is the Dominion TV, the Destiny Dutton. This lady.
So Allie just came up to me a minute ago, and if you've been watching the live protest,
I didn't.
#justice for Micah. If you've been watching the live protest, you saw earlier in the beginning where a news company came up, or a media company came up and was asking questions to the protesters, taking video, taking photo. Came up, was talking to me. Oh yeah, I think it was probably your live that I was watching, this and that. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out here asking questions, you know, getting both sides of the story, because there's another newspaper out there, the Sun News, that is only promoting one narrative when it comes to what JP is saying is taking place and what's truly taking place and not out here. So Allie just came up to me a minute ago and she said that she looked up this lady, and this lady actually works for Dominion TV, not Coastal Life Media.
These might come in handy. It's not right when it comes to being about victims and families and communities, but creating victims out of those victims, families, and communities. It's not cool. Appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And I'll miss you guys until the next show. I appreciate you. Peaceful and positive evening. Good sleep. Have a beautiful day tomorrow.
another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.